everybody, happy Tuesday! What? Yes, Tuesday, the day after Monday, the day before That's Tuesday! Hope you're all keeping well, and welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. Part 2 of the inaugural Firefly ATC event. VATSIM event. VATEir event. Right! Air traffic control. Do you know what I'm saying? So we have a plan for this evening. Yes, friends, yes. Tonight, a number of pilots, for the first time, are going to complete their very first VATSIM event, their first VATSIM flights. And we also have a handful of pilots who've just recently completed their first flight, and they're going to join us here for a spinaroonie as well. You see, we're doing a fly-in to Shannon, and we've included 4 airports selected as our departures. I'm on the ground currently at Weston Aerodrome, just outside of County Dublin. Echo India Whiskey Tango. Yeah, I got it. We're also going to be departing out of Donegal, Echo India Delta Lima. Burr in County Offaly, Echo India Bravo Romeo. And of course, down to County Waterford, Echo India Whiskey Foxtrot. 4 airports to depart, all on our merry way to Shannon Airport, Echo India November. It's a VATEir flight. Therefore, the real weather in Ireland, not suitable for VATEir conditions at all. No. There's thunder and rain and, mini tornadoes, as Gibbo showed us earlier on. So it's all the rage, right? So what we're going to do, we have about an hour before we need to go and get airborne. So we're going to go down through some revision. We're going to plan our flight. We're going to file the flight. And we're just going to make sure that everything is hunky-dory and tickety-boo. Adam Guido is here, so we'll go through what towers that we have. And Adam, there's also going to be a handful of other folks, maybe not registered, but that's quite okay. If you have any, if you have any of those 4 codes, or just add a few and let me know which ones. And I can tidy them up here on this side. Do you know? So my chariot for tonight is the new Cessna 182 RG from Coronado. I said I'd take this for a jaunt. And I have to find out what the weather conditions are. We need to find out if there's any traffic restrictions or travel restrictions when it comes to Weston. We need to check if there's any activity up in Dublin and also over at Casement Aerodrome. So there's a bit of, head scratching on this one, lads. Do you know? Right, let's see what happens here. So, Navigras? Yes, Navigras has rambled. Here we go. Right, so we're going to have a look at this. Right, so we need to find out some information. Our route, the weather, and then see what controllers we're going to have, right? So that's where it starts from, lads, right? That's where it starts from. So, right, we're in. So, my flight, what I'm doing tonight, we're going to be flying from Weston to Shannon. So, let's start populating some information. Echo India Whiskey Tango. And we'll put in Echo India November. And we're going to add that. That is the route. About 96 miles, nautical miles. Now, we're not just going to fly one single way. Now, let me see. If we put this onto daytime, we can kind of see it a little better, couldn't we? So what we need to get an idea of here is the weather, lads. We need to check out the weather. The Navigraph have added in something absolutely fantastic. It's a weather radar, effectively, right? So it's giving you an idea of what the weather is going to be doing. So if we can see what the weather was doing up until now, right? Look at this. Isn't this class looking? It's absolutely brilliant. Schuler Pilot is here. Good evening. Good to see you. Isn't that so cool? So it's giving you a great indication of what the Weja is going to be doing, right? And we can also check this for different ones. So look at this. You have radar, you have segments. You have loads of stuff going on here, right? So look at the METAR. Flight category, temperature. What temperature is it in Dublin? 18, 19. Pretty good. What about the wind? Look. See the way it's showing you what way the wind, where she's blowing? Isn't that brilliant? Visibility, we can see it here. 10, 10, 10. And see the way it's all green? See that? Visibility 4. So at a click of a button, you can say, hey, flight category. Is it VATEir or IFR? And it goes by the colors. You know what I mean? Temperatures. All in Celsius. And you can change them, I think, if you want. How cool is this, right? Dew point. -2 over there. Jesus. All the wind information. And then, of course, the cloud ceiling of what's happening here as well. And that's all METAR information. This is a game changer, lads. Absolute game changer. Then we can look across at all the wind barbs, giving us winds aloft and all this sort of jazz. Isn't this brilliant? And we can go from like different flight levels, look. So let's say, I don't know, 6,000 feet. What's the wind doing? The jet stream is one night. Isn't it so cool? Isn't it so cool? Quaggy, 20 months, man. Well, welcome in. Great to see you. Great to see you. Who is this? Greg C is here. Hello, Greg. Good to see you, man. Now let me see. Kazaki, you're not late. Don't worry. I started early, and all our slot times are the same, so don't worry. Navigraph should almost adapt this for in real life flying. I'd use it. It's so close now to ForeFlight. It's ridiculous, right? Anyway, we'll turn off the WESIA for the moment. So if we click on airports, well, we're going to get some information here at Weston. So I'm going to open up the Weston Airport chart thingy-majiggy, and this is going to give us an indication of what the weather in the real world is doing. So current meteorological conditions, it's bringing this in from Casement Aerodrome. That's where the nearest weather station is. Winds are 240 at 9 knots. Okay, let's have a look at the TAF, because is it going to change? Current and then onwards. Let's see here now. Scattered clouds, visibility. Okay, so the wind is going to be changing, but that's tomorrow. So I think we're okay. 240 is what the wind is doing, right? So we go back up here to our METAR. Ceiling 20,000, few clouds, right? At 2,000, broken at 20,000. Visibility is good. Temperature is 19, and our pressure is 1,006, right? So what we're going to do with this information, James, the AV Geek, is in the house. Welcome in, James. Welcome in. Great to see you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this information and I'm going to pop it into the custom weather in Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? To the best of my abilities. The clouds, I need very little clouds. And the reason being, well, I want to fly in VFR conditions, right? So the cloud layer here, that's up at around 4,000, but we'll just skimpy that up a little bit, just to make sure we maintain that visual minima between us and the clouds, right? However, that's the cloud layer. So we need now to go into our temperatures and pressures. So the temperature is about 20 degrees and the dew point, not the dew point, we can't use dew point, the pressure is going to be 1,006. Quite low pressure actually over Ireland at the moment, 1,006, which is roughly there. We were about here the last day, 1,006, right? So there we go, we go to 1,006. Humidity, don't worry about that for the moment. And what's next? The wind, lads, the wind. So the wind is saying 240 at 9 knots. Okay, we'll bring this around to about 240. There we go, 240, and it's 9 knots. So we increase this up to about 9. 9 might be a little bit strong, so we might dampen it a bit. Bring it down to about 6 knots there. All right, because that's going to create a headwind for my entire flight. Actually, I'll bring it down a smidgen. Let's go 4 knots. Once you have the wind direction and the barrow pressure correct, you're laughing. The rest of it isn't really important, all right? Once you tell the controller, hey, I'm going to be doing VFR stuff, all right? Thunderstorms around Cork area right now. Yeah, it's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Quaggy says, would you not just use live weather, says James. I don't think, it's not great. Although in saying that, but not along the way, James. We're going to be flying into all sorts of thunderstorms. There's a big band of weather on the way over. You know what I mean? Oh, that's real time, Murphy, you blithering Aegis. There's thunderstorms and the devil knows what on the way over, so I was just going to use a custom weather preset, you know. Quaggy says, I'm good, I haven't had time to participate as much as I'd like to with the ATC stuff. I've been lurking through and everyone is doing so well. Good job. Absolutely. But all the videos, every single lesson that we've done so far, that's all available on our YouTube channel. So if you've missed out and you want to give it a shot, well, they're all there on YouTube for you. You know what I mean? So because we're flying VFR, well, there's no NOTAM I can see here at Weston. Oh wait, there is. Aerodrome, Grand, effective 1st of June. Let's have a look. Tower, our taxiway Charlie 4 is closed. Okay. What else? Runway coordinates, that's all grand. Runway coordinates. Okay, so what we need to figure out, the wind is blowing in from 24. Yeah, so the wind is coming in at runway 24. We have 25 or 07. Where are we taking off from, lads? What runway shall be our departure out of Weston? Any ideas? Any ideas? The wind is blowing at 240. That's where it's coming from. 25. Yes. We're going to be taking off from runway 25. So that means we're going to be using Alpha. So we're trying to plan ahead. Always kind of plan ahead, yeah? Now, they did say that taxiway Charlie 4 is closed. Is this that's Bravo. Charlie 3. Charlie 2. Echo Charlie 1. Charlie 4. I don't even know where Charlie 4 is. Is it down here? Oh, it's down here, look. Ah, okay, so you can't actually go down to hotel, lads. Charlie 4 in the real world is actually closed. There's a NOTAM. Yeah? It tells us that it's closed. That's what the fun is. Fly above Athlone. Surface 2000. And the cloud base is 22. Could you imagine the crack? Could you imagine? Final stream before Expo. Absolutely, Super Typhon. The excitement is real, man. The excitement is real. Right, so we're going to depart, but we need to be careful of what we're doing and how we're doing it. The reason being is, if Casement Aerodrome is active, well then R15, or this area, this is military area, this will become alive, right? So let's plan that it is going to be alive for the moment, right? Just to make life interesting. So we're going to change our flight plan here, and we're going to handrail the M4. It's a motorway, yeah? We're going to handrail the M4. So as soon as we depart, we're going to be a right turn, yeah? And we're going to stay out of R15's airspace. Now, the controller might tell us otherwise, but this is what we're planning. We want to stay close to the M4 motorway. It's a fairly decent visual reference point that we can follow along. Now, that'll go up as far as kind of Kilcock. And I suppose once we're staying out of trouble, we need to find some sort of a landmark here that'll indicate when we can start turning down to the south, right? So let's have a look. What can we see and what's around here? So Dunnadee Wood is there. Okay, that you might be able to spot it, right, from the air. There's a big wooded area. Clane is there. Prosperous, I suppose, maybe. But we need to get out of this R15 zone. So I would say, to make life handy, we could go Derrin Turn, because I know there's a power station in Derrin Turn. The Edenderry power plant. I think that's all the way over here, though. But there is something there we'll probably spot, right? Because you can see these kind of power lines and stuff. Follow the power lines. So we're going to do that, right? We're going to do that. We're going to fly over this neck of the woods here, look. And we should be able to see, once we pass by the power station at Derrin Turn, well, we'll kind of ramble out then, that way, right? And we'll do up a bit of reading here as well. So if we're looking at Shannon Airport, or Weston Airport, well, we can just type in Weston Airport. Weston Airport. And let's see what it says here, because they have their own technical information where it is you want to fly, right? So for example, let's go down here, and we're going to say circuits. After takeoff off 25 and establishing a positive climb, a gentle right turn over to the reservoir, climbing to 1,000 feet. Avoid any helicopter activity in the heli training area. Reaching 1,000 feet, turn left onto the crosswind leg and continue to the downwind. Well, that's all okay, but that's a left circuit, but we're not doing circuits. We're just heading out. That's the arrival route. So we're just going to be heading out. So there's nothing major there, yeah? There's nothing major there, but there is a warning not to ramble into Baldonnel if it's active. You'd need permission for that, all right? So another thing that's going to help us along, if we go to maps, and I think, is it Derrin Turn Power Station? Derrin Turn Power Station. They call it Edenderry Power Station. Let's find it here in the map, look. Right? So let's have a look. So Edenderry Power Station. So there, it's south of Edenderry. Oh, it's actually down here. Derrin Turn, I think, is where the bogs are. Wouldn't that be right? So the power station is down here. All right, well, that's a little bit south. So if we go back into our flight planning, the power station is down here somewhere, lads. Look, it's down here. There's a wind farm. We can possibly use that. But how do we get from up here to down there? Well, this is where the whole thing's going to get interesting. So at this stage, we've already passed R15, yeah? Now, what's this one? R14, is it? R16. R16 could be active as well. So I suppose we could stay on the M4 as far as Kinnegad and keep left. That'll get us down the road, wouldn't it? It just would. So we're going to follow that all the way up until we get down to the junction at Kinnegad. Left for Galway, right for Sligo. Yeah? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to fly up as far as Kinnegad. Just make life easier. I know by looking at that. Jesus, Murphy, you didn't mute your phone. That could have been hilarious. People could have been trying to ring me. Wouldn't that be brilliant, right? I'm up on QIW. QIW? I'm up on QIW there, Murph. On information. Right, so we're going to say Kinnegad, left turn at Kinnegad, and now we'll start heading down the way, because I want to pick up the M7, right? So let me see. So there is our turn, and then we can probably head around by Clonbelogue. If there's activity in Clonbelogue, again, there's a little airfield in there. You need to kind of stay out of your man's way, yeah? Now, that's the IATA code for Weston. It's great. Is it? QIW. All aircraft. QIW. That's deadly. Right, so how do we go from here down? Okay, well, we're looking good. Again, R16 is there, so we need to be careful. But I reckon if we stay on the far side of the N4 once we pass it, something like this, lads, look, that's safe enough. Now we know we're definitely going to pass it. All right. After that, then we're looking at Tullamore. Now be careful because you have the Slieve Bloom Mountains just here. And we know there's going to be activity in and around Birr. So one needs to be careful. So why don't we, after we turn over, let me see, Milltown Pass, we say, we'll head southwest and we're going to head directly towards Roscrea. And we're going to aim for that wind farm that we went to the last day. How's that now? We're a little bit close there, so we'll give it a bit of a wide berth. But something like that. That's how we're going to head down the way. And we will pass the power station below at Tullamore as well. Now, where exactly is that power station? There is Eden Dairy. There's Tullamore. We're actually up here, so we won't see it. Okay, not worry. All I'm doing here, lads, when it comes to your flight plan, you just want to make sure you're able to find places that are... you want to find places that are easily recognizable for you. Okay. Now, if we have a look at Shannon, now we can double check what the weather is doing in Shannon, but chances are, it's going to be runway 24. More than likely, we can check all that out, right? So this is just planning. This is like the plan hard and fly easy. That's kind of how it goes. So I'm going to plan to go this way. However, if R16 or 15 are not active, that changes the game completely. That means I can just, after takeoff, give a small bit of clearance and then ramble down towards kind of, you know, Ace or something. Do you know what I mean? Because there's no real pressure on me here. If Casement is not operational, well, I can kind of go down then by Selbridge and Clane, Salins, and then head down. But from a flight planning perspective, just to stay out of controller's way effectively, yeah? Kilbeggan, Tyrrell's Pass, Kilbeggan. There we go. Something like that. And then once we get down to Roscrea, it's going to be out over the M7. Just follow the M7 the whole way down, lads. And then we'll be flying in towards Shannon Airport. Now, if we're going to be going for runway 25, that means we're going to come up over the lake. Yeah, we want to go over Loch Derg. Sort of, kind of. So we can go down as far as Nina and then tip in around the back of the mountains. Or if we're flying down here, we'll need to get ourselves into position. Just be careful of the mountains there. You can see that there's high terrain here. We just need to be aware of it. You'd need about 2,000 feet, give or take, right? Now, we shouldn't be anywhere next to near Portlaoise. We're not. We're well clear of Portlaoise, right? But yes. Kinside, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. Now, let me see what else. Hey, Zybok Doc is here. Good to see you. Ashley says, may I join depending when I land elsewhere? Of course you can. Of course you can. We're going to have ATC coverage up here. So all should be well. Restoring says, R16 starts at 4,500 feet. It does. It does. So yes, indeed, we could fly under it. But just from a planning perspective, I'm going to stay just away from it. Yeah, I'm going to stay away from it. That's all. All right? Because there could be other aircraft routed in there. Sometimes if there's an OTAM, according to this, it's actually 2,500. So R16 is actually 2,500. So that could be dodged. We could get under it at 2,000, but now we're very close to the ground. We need to be careful what it is that we're doing. You know what I mean? Hey, Voicey, good to see you. All right, so that's kind of what I'm going to be doing in Weston, down to Shannon, roughly, right? And I know then if these areas are not active, especially around Baldonnel, it just means, well, I can just get down to the M7 quicker. I'm going to use the M7 as my main kind of handrail, if you like, to lead me down towards Shannon. Just makes life a little bit easier. The main thing you need to do is keep an eye out on terrain. I'm planning to fly in and around Kinnity. There's a big mountain in the way. Chances are I won't fly directly over the Slieve Blooms because mountains get bumpy. There's updrafts and downdrafts. There's wind. There's all this kind of cool stuff going on. So we'll probably go over Kinnity Village and then kind of handrail around until we get down to Roscrea. You get to know the areas that you're flying in anyway. We could, of course, go cross country. We can ramble at Lone and then come in from the north. You could do that either. But as we're VA4, we have that little bit of freedom to kind of check out cool things and see things that it is we like to do. Yeah. Now, if you're not very familiar with the area, well, you can make life a little bit easier. Rather than, you know, keeping left at a motorway junction, well, you could overfly it until you get up to Loch Ennell, you know, one of the lakes. And then once you get to the lakes, then, you know, keep going to Athlone. And once you get to Athlone, well, sure, you can follow the River Shannon and just follow the River Shannon. You know what I'm saying? Because that will bring you down as well. If we were to follow all the way down past the River Shannon, that'll bring us onto Loch Derg. Sure, we're only a stone's throw away from Shannon Airport then. You know what I mean? So you can follow the Shannon either. It's entirely your choice. Not one flight plan when it comes to VA4 might be the same as the other. It's entirely up to you what it is you want to do, what you want to check out, where do you want to fly, what you think is going to be interesting. You know what I mean? It's like going for a spin on a Sunday. That's what this is, especially when it comes to VA4. just keep your distance from other people's airspace. You should be relatively okay. And not everyone is going to do this exact flight. They just won't. They'll take off. They might go as far as that loan and then head down. Or they might say, right, now we're going to get to Tullamore and then head completely south and then cut across. You know what I mean? It all depends on what it is we want to do. So we've a fair bit of options, a fair few options on either side, you know? How do you do a smiley face? Smile. Just put a smile. That'll do. Right. Murphy multitasking. Right, so that's what I'm going to do. Now there's a bit of a plan in this, but don't worry about any of that at all. Now, I don't think we have any ATC coverage just yet, as I check on my little maps and gadgets. And do we actually have oh we do, we have a tower here beside Weston. Actually, this is brilliant. Now we're not ready to fly yet, but sure, listen, we'll jump on there and ask a couple of questions because we might have ATIS. Yeah, we might have ATIS. So hello, Cessna 182. We're going to hop in here and, well, do you know what I mean? Get it ready. So static elements off. External power, put it on because I need to run the battery. Yeah, I need to run the battery. Let's get the doors open. There we go. Alrighty, so let me see. Battery, alternator. And we want to get some avionics up running in this as well. Where's the avionics switch? If I was an avionics switch, where would I live? Fuel pump. No. Jesus, where's the avionics? There's a primer. Oh, can I hear the battery spill up? That's pretty cool. Low voltage, map GPS, throttle, microphone. Ah, it's down here, look. Alright. We got there, lads, we got there. Now let's see, can I connect to VATSIM on this? VATC 182. Will it come up as a retractable landing gear version? No. Cessna Skylane. Connect. Not connected to host. Huh? Did I turn it off? Connected to simulator? Yes. Not connected to host. Well, will you connect to the host, please? Give it a second. Connecting to vPilot at host. 192.168.7.8809. Huh? Okay, you're drunk. How do we do this? vPilot connected. Connection failed. Why is it trying to do this now? Searching for host connections on 118. 118. 1 second, lads. It does this. Network. Notifications. Performance. Updates. Now, host. We've changed to 80. Apply. Connect. Connect to the host. Stupid thing. Okay, let's see what happens now. VATSIM's having a spasm. Yeah, it was having a moment, wasn't it? Okay, so we'll see what frequencies are going to be online here now. We probably won't get at them for the moment, right? We do. We have tower is up. There's no ATIS that I can see. Jesus, it's busy, lads. Holy crap. Okay, do we have... There's probably no ATIS for... There's probably no ATIS for there. But sure, listen, we'll jump on and find out what the story is. 122.4. 122.4. Let's just jump in. You may not be ready for us.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
Alright, let's see what happens here. Holy moly, stuff is happening. The Salach is gifting 5 tier 1 subs, look. Thank you very, very much indeed. Cheers, man. Absolute legend.
10-4, good buddy.
Isn't that brilliant, isn't it? Right, now, let's have a listen. There's no one talking at the moment. Right, so we're gonna look for a bit of information. And remember, get your trusty little check sheet thingamajiggy handy, because you're going to be needing it. Yeah, we're going to be needing it. So I'm going to start populating some details here when I find my pen. Right. So the date today is the 20th. 20th of the 6th. Aircraft number is Echo India Tango Tango Mike. We're at 182, and we're going to be flying from Shannon down to... Sorry, we're going to fly from Weston down to Shannon. Right. So our departure frequency is 122.4. EIWT. And our destination is going to be Shannon. EINN. Tower is going to be 118.7. And we'll see what happens in there. So we'll ask the question, right? That's a big 10-4, good buddy. I hope this should all work. Disconnect, connect. Okay. Western Tower, Echo India, Tango Tango Mike. Maybe. Let's see what happens. Don't hear anything yet. Volumes. Com 1. Marker mute. They're all okay. Let me see now. We're probably going to go 1 to 2.8. It says Weston's online. Let's have a look. Bring this guy over. Oop, you devil you. Right, so let's see. Online ATC. Ground is on. Tower. 122.4. Yeah, we should be good. Not set. Wait, never mind. Yeah, no, we'll give it a second. Adam may be having difficulties there as well. We'll give it a moment though. There's so many people on VATSIM, lads. As in, there's so many like the coverage is unreal. Weston Airport, Echo India, Tango Tango Mike. Interesting. VATSIM servers are struggling today for some reason. It's very busy. Your radio shows 1 to 2.8. That's my standby. That's my COM 2 radio, yeah? So see down here? This is like COM 2. So you have COM 1, which is this one. That's your main frequency. That's what you'll both transmit and receive on. And then this one here is what you're just going to receive on. If you want to listen to both at the same time, you just click on COM 2, and it means you're monitoring whatever is in COM 2. All right? Very handy if you want a VATEir. Murph, are you connected to V? I am, yes, 100%. Everything connected? And everything connected. Disconnect, we'll connect again. Give it a second. Give it a second. I've disconnected and reconnected. Let's see what happens. Weston Tower, Echo India, Tango Tango Mike. I hear aircraft. There's something not right. I just heard an airplane. Interesting. I wonder is there a problem with VATSPI? Or not VATSPI, with VATSIM, or whatchamacallit. Here, let me shut the whole thing down and start again, lads. Just in case it's shagged. You are connected to the network, just disconnect. Yes. Just disconnect from VATSIM and start it all over again. So we'll close this. Good luck in the cup. Give it a moment and we'll start it again. VPilot and host mode. And we'll go VPilot and host mode. Connecting, connected, connected. Okay, you're connected. You're connected. Let's connect. Let's connect. Now, aircraft will appear if I'm connected successfully. There's an aircraft. Don't disappear now. Weston Tower, Echo India, Tango Tango Mike. Very strange. Audio for VATSIM not loading, just can't hear you. Oh dear. Not showing up on VATSPI. That's so strange, lads. Is it actually broken? Everything on my side says it's connected. So I wonder, is it just like, you know what I mean? This is good for us to see. Because it could happen, right? Radio's connected. VATSIM is connected, but you can't hear me voice. Right? Showing a VATSPI now at least. Okay. Western Tower, Echo India, Tango Tango Mike. Let's listen in on 122.8 in case there's any chatter. Let's talk on 122.8. And if I listen to 122.8 and talk on it, I'll know if it's working. Because it's just going to replay what I'm saying, doesn't it? Echo India. Tango Mike. Radio test. It is working. Jesus, there's a big jet after loading in. Now, where do we want to go? 122.4, wouldn't it? Let's try it again. Western Airport, Echo India, Tango Mike. Yeah, Maddie can hear me. Okay. Adam, maybe restart your VATSIM client. Because I can see aircraft, so therefore voice has to come in. It's on the controller side. I think so. Maddie, is that you after loading in on that mad looking jet? It looks very fitting, doesn't it? It looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right, we'll just give it a few moments. It can happen. Right, while we're waiting here, why is that on? Turn that off, you mad devil. Sorry, I didn't hear. Say again. Western Airport, Echo India, Tango Mike. Okay, so if you can't hear me through VATSIM, Adam, do you want to just give it a reset? Shut it off, shut it back on again. Because I can see aircraft, so it should work. Should work. Famous last words. Right, while we're here, let's tidy up our fuel and stuff, yeah? Shking. Put her in there at 80% now is a good man. There you go. There you go. So we're just going to be Billy No Mates. Baggage door close. Cockpit door close. Show the pilot. Doesn't show the pilot if external power is on.
No, this is after 2 like requesting radio check, please.
Let's see now. It's James at Weston where standby is working on it. Ah, okay. Adam is on Shannon. Ah, grand. Okay. Right, okay. We're just waiting on James, though. Yeah, we'll give him a few minutes. It can happen, lads. It can happen. Take your time, James. There is no panic. All stations, audio for VATSIM isn't working at the moment on it. Grand. Okay, so that noise you hear, that comes from VATSIM. You can text. So I'll just go back and say, okay. Right. Anyway, what I need to do, all I was looking there to see was a certain bit of airspace closed. But anyway, it's time to file our flight, lads. I'm going to show you how to do this, as I always do, into our dispatch system. Right, into our dispatch system. So I am going to be a new flight. Yes. And we're going to be, let me see, flight number Echo India Tango Mike. Yeah. Echo India Tango Mike. We're going to be departing from Weston and we want to fly down to Shannon. Now, I'm not worried the fact that it's VATEir planning. We're going to change all of that in a moment, right? Is there a profile for a 182? There's not. But the course of St. James is in it. We'll just go with a Cessna 172. We won't be a million miles off, right? Right, so 172 goes in and that's kind of the way it's telling us to go. We're just going to say, yeah, that's all wonderful. Generate that flight, please. All right. Good thing your GPU is up. Right? You know what I mean? So what I want to do now, I want to pre-file on the network and I'm going to click on VATSIM. And this is going to open up all my VATSIM stuff, lads, right? All my VATSIM stuff for the unis. So now I'm going to edit this because, well, it's not an IFR flight. I want a VATEir flight. So my call sign is Echo India Tango Mike. VATEir rules. Aircraft type is going to be a Cessna 182, right? Aircraft, make sure that's correct, actually. Let's see. Yeah. It's going to be a 182. Let me see here now. Departure is Weston. Off the blocks is going to be 1920 Zulu. Altitude is 3,000 feet indicated. Airspeed is going to be 120. Fuel endurance, we have a lot more fuel than that. We have about 5.5 hours. Time en route, just over an hour and 10. Don't need an alternate, right? Now we need to go through our routing details. So here we're going to tell the controller what way we're going, right? So we're going to say M4. And then we're going to say Kinnegad, right? So M4, Kinnegad. Why isn't that full screen? M4, Kinnegad. And then it's over to Milltown Pass. So Kinnegad. Where did I type that? Kinnegad. Right, M4, Kinnegad. Kilbeggan. Well, just say Tullamore. That's easier. Tullamore, Rosscray. And that's it. Right, that's enough. Okay, what else do we need to put in? Remarks, TCAS in brief. No, this is where you put in first time pilot or whatever, right? I'm going to say custom weather with real, wind, and Q&H. Just so they know what the crack is, right? And my rules are voice and, voice. So I'm going to go ahead and file that. That's now filed. My plan is now being filed. And then I just double check that I connect back into VATSIM. And we'll give it a few moments here to see what's going to happen. So we're going to wait for aircraft to show up. Aircraft is showing up. And we are indeed connected onto the network. Sweet. Now, let me see. Let's just see if this works. It's right. Let's see what happens here. I can't hear chatter, and I'm on Unicom as well, so we'll give James a few minutes there just to see, right? So anyway, what do we say when we get airborne and how we're going to communicate? For anyone who's new here, we have created a ground school document. Basically what this means, this will take you from absolute entry point all the way up to what we're doing tonight, which is going to be your first VATEir flight on the VATSIM network. It's not designed to put you into 5x5.
Excellent. Loud and clear.
It's not designed to
Should be good to go, lads.
sweet. It's not designed to put you into IFR big heavy airliners. It's a starting point. It's to get the ball rolling.
After to it, Mike, requesting radio check, please.
After to it, Mike. Excellent. 5.
We could hear him, so it should be okay. So we'll ask. It's too early to ask our question, I suppose. Well, we can ask the question. Western Airport, Echo India, Tango Tango Mike.
Echo India, Tango Tango Mike. Go ahead.
Just checking if R15 or R16 is active today with the Irish Air Corps.
Negative. Both are closed.
Huzzah! Roger. Nice. So now we can change our flight plan to facilitate that, but we'll play along with it. We're VATEir. We don't need to worry too much, as I said, right? We just don't need to worry too much. So you can see it happens, lads, to the controllers. Sometimes the radio stuff just doesn't come in either. So it's no worry to see it. The takeaway there is we didn't all get excited and going, "What? Who's talking?" Take our time. We have a text option if we need it, and then the controller will jump back. I tried to troubleshoot my issues, but the fact that I can see aircraft, I know I'm connected to VATSIM. I wouldn't see them otherwise. Do you know what I mean? There's no other traffic being injected into my sim. All right. So all is well. As I said, we have a departure time here of 19:20. So we have another good half an hour to go. So we'll take our time here. We're on external power, so the battery shouldn't run flat. And yeah, we're good. We'll just keep our ears open on the radio, right? Try flying in real life around Donegal. Happens all the time. Thanks for the patience. Not at all, James. Not at all. It does it in Sligo as well. You go behind Belbulbin. Forget about it. Forget about it. Hey, Spitfire RAF is here. Welcome in, man. So, as I was saying, lads, with this document, it's a virtual ground school. I've pulled the information from VATSIM and a number of different places online, plus I've thrown in my own kind of real world experience. It's designed to give you a helping hand and use this then later for any references you might need. For example, the phonetic alphabet or abbreviations. You hear a letter. What does ATZ mean? Wait, what? Well, it says it there. And if you click on any of the content items, and if you click on any of those, it'll bring you straight to that page. And if you click on the contents, the little blue on each line, it brings you back to the main menu or back to your contents. All right. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be departing from a controlled airport and we're going to be landing at a controlled airport. This is pretty cool, right? So there's a couple of things we need to say and how we say it. So we're basically looking for communication, right? So let me see. Was it VATEir lesson 2? Depart a controlled airport. Here we go. So this is going to tell us what we need to do to depart a controlled airport. So first things first, we plan our flight. We've just done that. We file our flight. We've just done that. Next up is going to be the flight. And then we have to review it. If you have something like Volanta, Little Nav Map, anything that'll record your flight, it's so good to go back and just look over it, just to make sure that you planned, or everything that you planned happened, or perhaps if something changed that you didn't plan, you know what I'm saying? Yes, of course, you can file your flight plans now, lads. There's no panic. Once you put in what your departure time is going to be, you can file the plan a day before if you wish. There's no panic, right? There's no panic. So, planning our flight, we've done all that. The flight itself. Now, here's some information. Stage 1, obtain the ATIS. Well, you'll notice Weston does not have ATIS information. So, for me, I looked up the VATEir. If Dublin Airport was active, I could probably get them on frequency and listen to their ATIS. It'll give me a good information. But I'll just use the VATEir. I know what the wind is doing. The controller, when we do officially call him up, he's going to tell us what active runway there is. I've just asked a question to see, was Baldonnel active, the Air Corps? Meaning that, do I have to stay out of that airspace? Well, no, I don't. Now, I can't go in and around Baldonnel itself. That's a flight restriction. But I can definitely cut into R15 if I wanted to head down now by kind of Selbridge. Anyway, stage 2, contacting ATC. And this manual goes into detail of what to say and when to say it. The green, or where it says pilot, that's what you say. Now, granted, the facility will change and your call sign will change. Then the blue, or where it says ATC, that's pretty much what the tower or the controller will say. It's not going to be word for word, but it's going to be very close. Every controller will say things slightly different. Every airport you fly to will handle things slightly different. But in terms of just getting the information across, if you follow this, you're good to go, especially in Ireland. There's going to be slight differences around. Different controllers might say, well, you don't need to tell us that, we'll tell you that, right? Or they might tell you clearance at holding point. Huh? What you mean? Think about it. Okay, I need to get to a holding point and then they're going to give me my clearance. What's your clearance? Well, if I'm going to say, hey, I want to fly VFR down to Shannon, please. Yeah, we'll give you the clearance later on. For now, just focus on taxiing. That's what they mean. All right. Anyway, we'll continue on. Stage 3 is going to be starting up because we are now at a controlled airport. Unlike in the USA, we're at a controlled airport. We must ask permission to start our engine. It's just the way it is. If there was no one at the airport, we just started up and then we announced that we're going to taxi. But because the airport is controlled, we have to say, hey, can we start our engine, please? Then it goes into the taxi. Then it goes into our departure, right? When you're ready to depart, you're going to be holding short. And what we mean by holding short, every kind of ground movement, or a lot of the time, every controller is always going to give you some sort of a limit on your instruction. Meaning, they're not just going to give you A to Z finish and away you go. They're going to limit you. They're going to put in little placeholders. So what they're saying is, the last instruction here was taxi to runway 06 and hold short of the runway. Okay. Right, now what? When I call them back. Okay. Then when I talk to the tower, say, hey, I'm holding short runway 6. Tower comes back and say, stay where you are. Now, after departure, this is what I want you to do. Then you read it back and then it says, all right, okay, you're good to go. When you take off, this is talk to me when you get down to here next. Do you know what I mean? They're kind of giving you little control blocks of when to talk to them, provided you're staying with them or within ATC coverage. If you're moving away or outside of any sort of ATC coverage, they'll hand you over and you're left to your own devices. You monitor Unicom 122.8 and you just stay clear of airspace. That's pretty much how it works. All right. Hey, Sticky Rice is here. Good to see you. Dendarian, welcome in. Best way to look. Let them know the who, the where, and the why. 100%. The rule I go with, lads, and I always, right? Who are you? What are you? Where are you? And what do you want? Who are you? What are you? Where are you? And what do you want? Who are you? Your call sign. What are you? I'm a Cessna 182. Where are you? What the general aviation parking? Okay, what do you want? I want to start up my engine and go flying, please. That's kind of it. You don't need to worry about, and after takeoff, I need to fly at a 6. Shh. No, keep it simple. Keep it very, very simple. Who are you? I'm Echo India Tango Tango Mike. What are you? I'm a Cessna 182. Where are you? I'm over at General Aviation Parking. What do you want? I want a VFR flight to Shannon and an engine start. That's what I want right now. So if you break it down, it kind of, now I know where you're at. And every single conversation you have at ATC, unless like you're dealing with some sort of a rarity or, you know, it's very busy or there's an emergency or whatever, a lot of the conversation you have at ATC can be very, very predictable. I know, for example, when I call up the tower, he's going to tell me the active runway and the QNH. I'm going to request what I want. He's going to come back to me and say, well, you can have it, or no, you can't, one or the other. Then I'm going to start my engine and I'm going to give him a shout when I'm ready to taxi. He'll then tell me how to taxi or where to taxi. Okay. Then I'm going to tell him I'm now waiting at the hold short. I'm ready to take off. He's going to tell me what to do once I take off. Okay. I repeat it. Then he says, okay, you're good. Take off. I then take off. Either he'll call me or I'll call him, and then I'll say, right, what we're doing next. Do you know what I mean? Always try and see the flows to it. A lot of the time, the same flows will follow on to each other. It just enables you to kind of predict what's going to happen next. Ooh, I wasn't expecting him to say that. That's the worst thing you want to be doing. It's all right. Okay, well, I just want to get down to here, so I need to go through these stages first. And that's why each of these stages are numbered. Stage 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. They're the different stages of your flight. No different than the different parts of the lesson. You have part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Each of those parts might have multiple stages, but you know the overall picture for any flight you're going to do, well, there are 4 parts to it. Plan it, file it, fly it, and review it. That'll never change. Any flight you do on VATSIM, or in the real world for that matter, that will never change. Part 1, planning our flight. There are multiple sections to that. Multiple sections of planning your flight. Filing your flight, yeah, a couple of sections. Flying the flight, okay, yeah, there's multiple stages and sections in there as well. Does it make sense? All right. So, startup, departure, en route, right? Once we're airborne and we're flying along, what do we do? This lesson that I'm looking at here is based on landing at an uncontrolled airport. So let's change it. Why don't we then go, right, well, we have the information of the first part of taking off from a controlled airport. Well, what's it like when we want to land at a controlled airport? And this is where you'll hear something a little bit different in Ireland than in the likes of the United States, for example. We call these areas, the airspace, effectively, we call these control zones. They're known as the ATZ, area of control. That's what these are. We need permission to enter these zones. Now, you could say it's a Class Charlie airspace. Don't get in there until you call them up and ask them. It's the same thing, but we'll use these as boundaries. So you'll often hear controllers say, report when approaching boundary or report at boundary. You know what I mean? So that's what they mean by all of that. They're just letting you know these boundaries, we need to know what they are. The innermost boundary, the inner circle, that is what ATC tower can see. The tower can see that, right? If you had approach or, control, they'll see everything else. But when you're just talking to a facility that just has tower, that is his immediate area of control. However, if you're going to enter the zone here, you still need to talk to him, because if you only have a tower, he's controlling the whole area effectively. Yeah. He can only see what's in here. But if you're approaching his airspace and there's no one else there, just give him a shout. He doesn't need to know about it straight away, but just give him a shout. If you had approach, they'd be obviously a little bit wider, so you talk to approach before you get to the outer line, and they'd be talking to tower to say, hey, this fella's inbound. Same thing with outbound. Do you know what I mean? So, right, we've all understood that now, and if we don't, well, sure, listen, it'll still be grand. It'll still be grand. All right? So we can probably change this flight now, because we know R15 is actually closed. And there's not much happening over here. Now, if the air core was up and running, I'd say, right, we need to dodge this like the plague. But now, really, we don't need to. I can actually change my flight here completely, lads. So I'm going to do that. Let's make life easy. So when I depart runway 25, it's going to be something like this. I'm going to now fly over Selbridge and Straffan. So Selbridge, overhead Clane, right? And from Clane, I'm going to tip down over to the M7 at Nace. See the way I'm doing this now? That's why I absolutely love Navigraph, lads. I'm going to head down then by Newbridge. Just be careful of the current there. You're not allowed to fly over the magazine.
Hello there.
Then we've Port Arlington, look. And the reason why we're going to dip behind Port Arlington, we're not allowed to fly over Port Leash. It's just not allowed. Just not allowed. So we're going to overfly, let me see, Kildare. We'll pass by Kildare Village. It's a shopping centre. You'll see that from the air. Then it's Monaster Evan. Over then to Mount Mellick, right? After Mount Mellick, we can stay on this side of the Slieve Blooms now, but stay outside of Port Leash. And what we want to do is just catch up and delete that. Can we delete that? No? We'll just fly straight to that wind farm at Roscrea. And that's how it looks. That's how it looks, right? Most towers in Ireland are surface to 5,000, depending on about 10 to 15 miles. Also, if it was active MRF, you could ask for a transit. 100%, you can ask permission. Because Weston actually have an arrangement with Casement to do that. But yeah. Or you can delete it in the top. Go man yourself. You can delete it there in the top. So let's have a look. If I click that, will it show up here? Navigraph. I love you guys. These are brilliant. Do me a favour. If I click on a waypoint here, will you get it to highlight up on the top screen here so I know what I'm looking at? Wouldn't that be handy? Wouldn't it? Anyway, we'll leave it there. It's fine. Now you'll notice I've now changed my flight plan a little bit. So let's go into this again. So it's going to be slightly different, right? It's going to be something like this. It's going to be, where are we taking off from? It's going to be Clane and Naas. So I'm now going to be flying over Clane, Naas, Newbridge, what's the other one? Mount Mellick. So I'm just going to put it in here. Clane, Naas, Newbridge, Roscrea, M7. So they know the crack. Ah, yeah, this lad is coming in from the M7. And refile the flight plan. Boom. Done. Updated. Captain Butter says, hurry up and fly to or to Shannon. My ETA is 1950 Zulu. Would be cool to have some traffic. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, so our flight plan is logged. We're good to go. We're going to be taking off in 15 minutes. So it's time to get ourselves situated and ready to rock here, right? So what we need to do is some stuff. Can't start up my engine, but we can now request clearance and also an engine start, and we'll be getting ourselves ready. Okay? So the next trick here is where we're going to call up ATC and we're going to tell them who we are and what we want. Yeah? So we're going to get a little book ready here. So he's going to tell us the Q and H as well, right? Right, we'll give it a second. Western Airport, Echo India, Tango Tango Mike. Oh look, my radio's turned off. I had the external power switched on. It didn't like it. Thank God for flow. Stupid thing.
Mike, yeah, you already cleared for takeoff from a 07 Windsor light variable. Report down.
Ah, look, me camera turned off.
07. After it, like, sorry.
Stupid thing, lads. Look at that face. Look at that beautiful face. It's paused. It's friggin' frozen in motion. Jesus. Hang on, lads. I need to turn off that camera and turn it back on again. That's terrible sad, isn't it? Not terrible sad. How do we turn this off? Ah! Deactivate. Activate. Ah, Jesus. Western Tower, Echo India, Tango Tango Mike.
Echo India, Tango Tango Mike, go ahead. It's 07 in use at QNH 1007.
Runway 07 in use, QNH 1007, Echo India Tango Tango Mike, Cessna 182, General Aviation Parking, looking to pick our VATEir flight down to Shannon and engine start.
Echo Tango Mike, roger, VATEir flight's approved. QNH 1007, clearances will be involved.
VATEir flight is approved, QNH 1007 and engine start for Echo Tango Mike. Okay, runway 07, lads. See the way they're always out to get us. Right. Wait now, if 07 is active, what's the METAR doing? Murphy? Let's have a look. So, Weston, Weja, wins 240 at 7. Okay. It'd be a left-hand circuit. Someone has a hot mic there, lads. Make sure your VATSIM is set and push to talk. Otherwise you'll be listening to, like, you know what I mean? Paddy, your dinner's ready. What?
After to it, Mike, downwind runway 07.
After take Mike, roger, number 1, report final.
Oh, he's doing circuits.
Report final after to it, Mike.
Something like that. And something like that. How's that looking? Yeah, something like that. That'll do. Right, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Right, grand. All is well, lads. All is well. So we have an idea of what we're doing. Just the runway number had changed. Not a big to do. Not a big to do at all. Now, let me see.
Western Tower, good evening. Golf Bravo, Zulu, India, Oscar, request airfield information and engine start for VFR 2 Shannon.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, roger. Runway 07 in use, QNH 1007 and your start is approved.
Better change me weather,
Runway
lads.
07, QNH 1007
traffic,
and
runway
engine start
321,
approved. Golf Bravo,
taking off
Zulu,
runway
India, Oscar.
28, right, correction, double traffic.
The reason why you're hearing Dublin traffic, I'm monitoring Unicom as well, lads, yeah? Right, so 1007, and that's how she's all going to look. Alright? Always me sunshine. The sunshine came softly. There we go. Now, lads, there we go. Alright, okay, so it's going to be runway 07. Are we absolutely sure on this, lads? What is the friggin' VATEir information giving us? You know what I mean? According to the VATEir, the wind is blowing the opposite way, so we have to take off with a tailwind. Is that correct? Or does the information Navigraph have when it comes to VATEir, is that out of date? Or is VATSIM behind us? Let me see. 20
Do it like final runway 07.
Okay, let's have a look.
After 2 Mike, winds and light variable, runway 07, clear, touch and go.
20th day
Go
at 1900 Zulu, winds 2408 knots. Winds are light. Okay. Hey, Nairobi is here. Good to see you. It'll make things more fun. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Tailwind takeoff for the crack. We can do it, haulage. Why aren't these buttons working? Right, okay. Right, Murphy, you have 10 minutes to get up and get out of here. That external power is less than useless. Right, pilot. Go away you now. You've brought shame on yourself and your family. Right, okay, Murph. Time to put a bit of power into our step here. So, get some lights on. Yes. Prop full. Throttle open. Mixture in. Parking brakes are set. Fuel pump on. Fuel flow reading. Okay, that'll do. Fuel pump off. Nav and beacon.
After to it like touch and go complete.
Roger.
And we should say clear prop. And start. Good start in the engine. Close the window. And we're going to lean the mixture out here and idle here at, well, slightly more than about 900 on the RPM is fine. If that'll do, that'll do. Right, we need to go 1007. What else do we need to do? All this is looking good. Autopilot, leave that off for the moment. Depending on our altitude, he'll tell us what's happening. Squawk, leave it off for the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4 is fine. We'll change all this when we talk to the controller. He didn't actually give us a squawk, so we're going to be squawking 7,000. Unless he tells us otherwise, yeah? We don't squawk yet. Right, Peter, he can come on. Taxi.
Do it like the wind runway 07.
Take my roger, number 1, report final.
Report final after to it like.
Okay. Sounds like me and an Oldsmobile startup. There's decent sounds in this though, I think. Okay, so I think we're ready to taxi. Now again, you want to be familiar with the airport and have your chart open. Because they're going to tell you which way to taxi. Because we know Charlie Ford is closed according to the NOTAM, but we'll find out, right?
Western Tower, Golf Bravo, Zulu, India, Oscar, ready for taxi.
Golf India Oscar, roger. Taxi Bravo Charlie and Golf on hold short runway 07. Squawk 0475.
Taxi Bravo, Charlie, Golf, hold short runway 07 and squawk 0475, Golf India Oscar.
And Echo India, Tango Mike, request taxi.
Echo Tango Mike Roger, follow the Cessna 414 off your right. Taxi Bravo Charlie Golf, hold short of runway 07 and squawk for you today 0426.
Follow the Cessna taxiing via Bravo Charlie Golf, hold short runway 07, squawk 0426. Echo Tango Mike. Sweet. 0426, he said. Right, now. 0426. So we go 0. Jesus. 4. 2 and 6. Lovely hurdling. Taxi lights on. Parking brake off. Follow the 414. He's only gorgeous looking. Jeez, it takes a lot to move this machine, doesn't it? Alright, we're taxiing here, lads. Be mindful of that Cessna. Takes a fair bit of dash to get this lad moving, doesn't it? Come on, yup, you divil you. There we go. Alright.
After to it like final 07.
After 2, Mike, the winds are light and variable, runway 07, clear touch and go, report downwind.
Winds are light and variable.
Clear touch and go, report downwind after to it like.
The winds are light and variable, lads. That's what it's all about. There's Western Airport. There's a lovely restaurant in there, lads, if you ever get the chance to go in. I once had a 7-course Lebanese meal in there someday. Oh, look at your man coming in, look. Look at your man. He bouting it. On you, divil you. Can you see him? Can you see him? No, look at that. That's deadly, isn't it? Go on, you divil, you have it. Touchdown. Oh, Jesus. Was that a full stop or a bet? Oh, he's gone again. Touch and go. That's the way to do it, man. Now we're going to taxi down here. Remember, we were told to taxi Charlie and then Golf, yeah? Taxi Charlie and Golf. I'll find somewhere down here to do a run-up. To let that 414 kind of drift ahead of us, yeah? That was a bounce and go. He managed it. I mean, he's happy, right? Getting some stutters here. We don't like stutters. We should be grand, right? We should be grand. Ah, yes. Easy now. No stutters, please. We don't want the stutters. My phone is hopping. PayPal notification. You just paid money to someone. Ah! Don't you hate when that happens? Right, so that 414 is doing something mad, so... There's no one behind me. I'm going to do my run up here.
After to it like downwind runway 07.
Stay back, watch number 1, report final.
Report final after to it like.
The starters now, they're going to be a problem. Mixture Rich, increase our RPM. Let's go 1750.
Golf India Oscar, holding short runway 07, ready for departure.
1750, go left.
Golf
There's the drop.
India Oscar, roger. After departure, it's a left-hand turnout, remaining south of Maynooth at all times, not above altitude 2,000 feet.
Boat, I cycle the prop.
After departure, left-hand turn, remaining south at all times and not above altitude 2,000 feet.
He's getting the VAR tab sorted for Houston.
Yes, that's correct. Are you visual with the Cessna 172 there? Should you just be on the downwind?
Negative, Golf India Oscar.
Okay. Landing lights even low for the moment. Fuel pump will stay on because this machine, well, she gets thirsty, lads. Okay. Run up complete. Hey, B. Carlo, good to see you. Pretty little plane, this, isn't it? Now, I don't believe we have Shannon information online or Shannon control, lads, do we? No, we don't. Right, okay, so the next frequency I want to tune in here, it'll be monitor Unicom 122.8, right? And then I'm going to tune in Shannon 118.7. Just so I'm ahead of the posse. Actually, we should get 80s in Shannon, so it'll be 130.950.
After to it like final runway 07.
After 2, Mike, roger, clear touch and go, runway 07, winds at line variable.
Clear touch and go after to it like.
Was it 118.7 or 117.8? Can't remember. So listen, be grand. The waiting for my time slot is killing my anxiety. Don't wait for it. Kozaki, when you're ready to go, man, just go. Don't be waiting. Let's just go. We'll all go together. It's a slot time.
Like after the circuit, right, just one right-hand circuit.
Sorry, say again. After to it like.
Just after this touch and go, just make it one right-hand circuit.
Right hand circuit after this touch and go after to it like.
Golf, India Oscar, line up and wait runway 07.
On up, wait runway 07, Golf India Oscar.
How's the audio tonight, lads? Hey, Georgie, good to see you. Dragon is here, good to see you. 187.
Golf India Oscar, the traffic there just on the right hand turn. As you clear takeoff from 07, the winds are light and variable, and just report south a minute.
Clear for takeoff runway 07 and we'll report south of a minute, Golf India Oscar.
Okay, there goes the 414. And Echo Tango Mike holding short runway 07, ready to copy.
Two stations there once. After take Mike Roger, number 1, report final.
Report final after to it, like.
Didn't hear him.
Tango Mike Roger, after departure, it's a left hand turnout on track south of Maynooth. The correction, remaining south of Maynooth at all times, not above 2,000 feet.
After departure, tracking left, keeping south of Maynooth, not above altitude 2,000 feet. Echo Tango Mike.
Tango Mike, right back correct. Line up and wait, runway 07.
Line up and wait, runway 07. Echo Tango Mike. Keep her lit now, because there's a fella coming in. Right, let's be having you playing. We're walking, we're talking, and the lights, flaps, and we're going to be flying out here now in a moment. Check the owl threshold. I see a dude flying, but he's on the downwind. No one out that side. We have a 414 gone that side, but we should be good.
Western Tower, November Kilo Romeo 54, a PA 44, request taxi.
Echo Tango Mike, clear takeoff runway 07, the winds are light, variable, report south a minute.
Clear takeoff 07, we'll report south minute. Echo Tango Mike. Right now, lads.
November Kilo Romeo 54, sorry, second.
Power coming in.
Western Tower, November Kilo Romeo 54, a PA 44, request taxi.
November Kilo Romeo, Roger, you need to request start in Ireland as well. Squawk 0432.
Speed live.
0432.
You're 60. 65. Yep, see you, Betsy. In around 75, rotate speed. Positive rate of climb, top of the toes.
After to it, like.
Gears coming up.
After to him, Mike, Roger, clear touch and go runway 07.
There's 300 feet, flaps in.
Clear touch and go after to it, like.
Kilo Romeo.
Coming up on 400. Left turn.
Bravo, Charlie, Golf, hold short runway 07.
Kilo Romeo 54.
Remember that instruction, keep south of Maynooth, lads, yeah?
Bravo, Charlie to golf and hold short.
Easy now, Betsy.
After to it, like after touch and go, is it left hand circuit? Go on, see that. After to it, like.
So far, so good. A little bit bumpy, actually, but we're okay. Speed is good. Aerodrome should be here on our left. There she be. 2,000 feet is as high as we can go, lads. Keep it south Maynooth. We're over 1,000 feet. Fuel pump. Watch your speed, Murphy.
After to it, Mike, wind runway.
Hello there.
07.
Hello there.
Mike, Roger, report final.
Panda, welcome in.
Report final after to it, like.
Okay, can we not
Golf
climb?
India Oscar, we're just coming south of Maynooth.
Golf India Oscar, thanks. There's nothing further. Continue to Unicom 122.8 and do me a favor, tell the Shannon controller is that high.
122.8 and welcome, Golf India Oscar.
Okay, the autopilot in this is shagged. Don't worry. All is well. There's Maynooth High. And Echo Tango Mike just south of Maynooth.
Tango Mike, thanks. Continue to Unicom 122.8. There's nothing further. Do me a favor and put that controller through the absolute ringer. Cheers.
We'll monitor Unicom 122.8. Thank you very much for your service. We'll see you. 122.8. And we'll now start heading down towards Clane. And after Clane, we'll get down towards... where are we going after that? Down by Ball. Okay. Ah, here, I'm going to be busy enough. Go on, Adam, you devil, you'll be grand. Don't worry about it. Great work there from great controlling, James. I love it. I love hearing friendly voices, lads. You just have it down to a fine art. You really, really do. Now, get me bearings. There's the power lines we can follow. We saw these power lines on our VATEir map. So I can actually follow them little gadgets all the way down to Clane, you see. Right? So we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll left turn here a little bit. Now at this stage, taxi light and landing light come off. Why won't you disappear? There you go. And we should be okay here now. If I'm not mistaken, you have to press Alt again and then up. Oh, look, the up is working, look. Ah, right. Hang on, what? No, I want to be at 1,600 feet, please. Arm that. Altitude. And down. There we go. Yeah, it's not working right. It's bugged. If you haven't tried this yet, the plane has air vents, which are click spots on the wings. Indeed, they are. These. And you can hear the inadequate wind or fresh air that comes out of them. They're horrendously crap. Because if you look at it, they're not unlike the real world. It bounces off the frame there. It's the very same in the real 182. The 172 was worse. So like when you're roasted, it doesn't really work. You know what I mean? So 1,700 feet, we're in and we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Those power lines are leading us down here to Clane. Clane is just out the window over here. So we can probably make a little bit of a course correction heading on towards the M7, lads. Over towards the M7. Just open the door, yeah. Well, you probably get the window open at this altitude. No, it doesn't want to play at all. Then again, we are going 130 knots. That would have been really stupid. And there's no little gadget, storm window that you can slide open either. And there's no aircon. Now, we do have a little blower in here. Who said that? Cabin air. That just kind of gets air through the vents, but they're not very strong. Like, that's your best source of fresh air is there. And you can turn them around as well, yeah? And I've seen mad lads, I've seen them put empty bottles of 7-Up in there and then channel the air out so it actually blows into the cabin. Depends on how old the aircraft is. The cooling or the air conditioning on the other aircraft weren't great. 20 minutes from Waterford. And yourself. Hey, Muttley. Autopilot stopped altogether for 2 hours of flying. With Alison, yeah. Speaking of Zingu, Murph, you should give another try. 1.5 is already very nice to fly. Oh, nice. Yeah, I need to give that a shot. The Zingu is a great thing. Great bit of gas, that thing. Do you know what I mean, lads? Right, lads, I actually think we're doing okay. We're overhead Clane. I don't need to tighten up my turn too much. Like, we don't necessarily need to go to Nace. We'll pass Nace. Nace is over here, look. Right? Yeah, I work over there. And well, we're going to ramble this way until we pick up the M7. Once we pick up the M7, that's where we're going to fly down past. All right? And all the while, I'm keeping an eye on my flight. I'm reviewing what I'm doing. Right? I know I'm comfortable enough at under 2,000 feet. I've now left airspace, but don't really need to worry about 2,000 feet because I know it's going to get a little bit tricky later on. So let's increase our altitude here and let's bring it up to 2,000 feet. I'm on Unicom, I'm listening, there's no one talking to me yet, so let's do that. So we're going to arm that devil and then we're going to go up 2. And she should try and... No, that's going to... Yes, shoot, arm that. And get up the yard, will you? Right, there we go. Up the yard, Betsy. Murph, Achille begs to do a position report on Unicom or on Unicom. How do you start the call? If you're Achille begs and you just want to do a position report, just go because it's distance base, yeah. But you could say Donegal traffic, or you could say Killybegs traffic. It's anyone in that area. If they're flying close enough, they'll hear you. If you give them the landmark, they'll know where you're talking. Do you know what I mean? Do you live in Newbridge? I don't live in Newbridge. No, I live in Tipperary. My wife is from Newbridge. Matty Lose is tempted. Live weather seems to be playing nicely. I don't know. Matty, I don't know. Like, there's storms on the way, lad. There's storms on the way. Right, lads, we're looking for the M7. Does anyone see it? There it is. I've spotted it, old boy. And it's not the Curragh. Sure, we found the Curragh, lads. We're about to overfly Newbridge. Look at this. Get those cow flaps in, will you? Where do you think you are, man? Yes. So, there is Nace Enterprise Park. There's Nace. There's Newbridge. We're doing swimmingly. Do you know, this is new satellite data for here, I think. It seems different. In general, controllers don't have a problem with stuff like that, engine failure, practicing emergencies. But if the controller is busy and it interferes with other pilots, it can be an issue, so we can refuse it. Yeah, yeah, 100%. So if you're going to shout up and say, my thing is broken, they're not really happy about that. You know what I mean? Kozaki should be here somewhere. I haven't heard him now in a while, but he's probably back on the other controller. He'll be on Unicom now shortly, once he's out of there. Right, lads. Looking out the window, I'm in familiar territory. That is the Curragh, and then you have the Curragh camp just behind it. There is the Curragh race course, and there, that big beautiful line is the M7 motorway. Hey, got Butter Collies is here. Wishing you safe travels to the States. I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm delighted. I'm like a child on Christmas Eve. Jesus, lads, we're going to America. Right, oh, Jesus. Your simulator failed to create and I don't mind that at all. That's alright, that's just VATSIM mornings. Right, there's the M7. Ah, hurrah, huzzah! Turn heading right. And we're just going to follow this hockey down, right? Now remember, we can't stay on the M7 because we're not allowed around Portleash. We can go south of it or we can go north of it, alright? No emergency on Unicom. You cannot give yourself priority over traffic. If you want to do an emergency on Unicom, just do it offline. It is the very same thing. It's a really nice looking plane, the 182. They've done a great job modelling it. Oh, Jesus, Murph, you're about to fly over the magazine. It'd be like that scene out of Grand Theft Auto. Do you know what I mean? You have violated... Well, to be honest, they're probably all drinking tea. But you have violated airspace. Get out, you devil. So there's the Curragh camp. Made up of 7 barracks, no less. Jesus, why are you going over the Curragh camp, Murph? Will you behave yourself? Jesus. Yes. The Curragh was once an outwash plane, for those of you into your geography. There's the Curragh racecourse, look. Horse racing. Let yourself go. Jesus, Hector, do you ever... Jesus. Anyway, not important. There's the M7. Then we get down by a place called Kildare chilling because the smell of, you know, dead cow when you're driving past that on a hot summer's day. Jesus, lads, huh? It just put a hunger on you now. It wouldn't actually, no. It would make you kind of... right? And then we have Kildare town, and then we're going to be passing by Kildare village. It's like a Woodbury Common. It's one of those places. Remember, you know, it's a big shopping village. They like to say they do, like, the brands for less. But they make their money selling you coffee and expensive donuts that are outlandish. It's a meal in a donut. So we're overflying Kildare, County Kildare. That's Kildare town. And down here, you have Kildare village. All the cars are parked. All the people are going in to buy themselves exotic underpants. Like Gibbo did today. Gibbo, how did them underpants go for you? What did they sound like? Pretty cool, right? Okay. Next, we're going to ramble over Monasterevin. There's not much in Monasterevin, but we're going to ramble over it. I've no chat working, lads. Are you still talking to me or is it gone very quiet? I don't know anymore. Oh, wait, here he is. I'm after missing all this. Stupid thing not working. Right, it's after catching up. Does it make a sound? I don't know. What the... Were you talking to me, missus? Who's excited? I haven't... Oh, wait, hang on, it's Mrs. Two-Tone. Jesus, Murph, I'm not packing your bag. Wait, what? Tell me, darling, as this fine summer's eve, you look amazing, as you always do, smell lovely. Dinner tonight was just amazing, ravishing, beautiful, incredible, just like all the things you do. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, yeah. Would you mind terribly if you were to pack me bag? Go on now, that'll be great, right? Jesus. It was takeaway. We had pizza tonight. Now, where was this? Murph won't be slagging you. Oh, wait, hang on. Murph won't be slagging you, Gibbo, when he sees what's planned for him tomorrow. shower of friends. Why are we still climbing at 3,000 feet? What an absolute dumbass plane. Will you just arm that, please? Stupid thing. Stupid thing. And go down the road. Down the road. The plane is just stupid. Now, where are we? I might have missed a whole load of chat. But now it's working again, lads. Now it's working again. Now, I think we're doing okay. I think we're alone now. Wait, what? Doesn't seem to be anyone. There's the bog. Right, we're heading down here now. This is absolutely flying it, lads. Literally flying it. Now, let's see. She's not able to... The autopilot in this thing is, like... You know what I'm saying? It's nuts, lads. Absolutely nuts.
Approach runway 24 in use, runway 24 in use. Transition level 65, wind 230 degrees 10 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers clouds. View with cumulonimbus 1,800 feet. Scattered 2,400 feet. Broken 6,000 feet. Temperature 1A, 2.15 QNH 1007. Nozick. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa.
Information, Papa. So we're picking up Shannon ATC. Which would be about... Where is he going? It'd be about right, to be fair, right? Now, that was the M7, so we need to turn right here a little bit. I just want to head out over Mount Mellick and not Portlaoise, which is kind of ahead of us. Looking purdy. Looking purdy. That's down there now by Ballybritis. There's a fella in there, I think his name is Murphy. He sells mobile homes and camper vans. There's a Skoda garage there as well, lads. There actually is. There's a Skoda garage in Ballybritis. Yeah. So that's where we're going. Why is it so friggin' bumpy here? Will we go live weather for the crack? What do we reckon? What do we reckon? Do we reckon? Live weather? Give it a second to load in now. This could be a disaster. Oh no, it's actually okay. Look at that. Look at this. Live weather it is. Yeah, the autopilot doesn't work terribly good in this airplane. But anyway, we'll get over it. We'll get over it. We'll get over it. Murph, you're going straight for Portlaoise, man. Will you? You know what I'm saying? Get up the yard. Up that way now. Behave yourself. We're not allowed into Portlaoise. We're going to fly over a place called Emo. I kid you not. And you have the Emo estate. It's full of emos. It's not really. Mount Mellick. She's very pretty with no gear, isn't it? It is. It's very pretty. It's a stunning airplane. Remember to hit B. That's only cheating. But yes. Absolutely. So we're about to overfly Emo. Have a Google of it there, lads. The Emo estate. You can go in there for tea and crumpets. There's Tracy's, look. And there's a John Deere shop just there. In fact, that's where the John Deere shop is. Are you lost in Ireland? No, I know exactly where I am. Just nothing else is where it's supposed to be. Emo house. Look, there it is there, look. Someone very important that had like a big long name, Lord something, used to live there. And now they don't, and it's open to the public. Very grand, don't you know? Yes. Even though a special GA aircraft is coming out soon, I might have to get this. It looks nice, Maddie, but it only looks nice. It's a hollow experience. Wait for the other thing. Trust me. It'll change your life. Right, how are we getting on? We're doing well, aren't we? She looks kind of wrong without the gear, although the autopilot works fine for me. Does it? Does it really? None of the displays are working. Like it's... Uh-oh. 2,200... Just do what you're told, will you? It's bugged out. It's bugged out. Carenado have not changed. No. And don't expect them to ever change. This is a beautiful aircraft from Carenado, but if you're limited on what your spending power is going to be, Murph's advice, hold for a while. Like, it's probably the highest standard, and that's saying something. Carenado have a history of making the finest looking aircraft, right? This is something to behold because I think this one in particular looks really, really good. But if you're on a budget and, you know, you have limited options, my advice, hold. Just hold. Who was this? Ronnie Groovy, what aircraft is this? It's the Coronado Cessna 182. She's pretty, like, don't get me wrong, lads. She's very pretty. So, like, yeah, I mean, it is. She's pretty. It's probably the best looking Coronado plane they've released so far, which is exciting how much they're able to push what they're able to do. You know what I mean? Anyway, there's Portlaoise and Clonminum Industrial Estate, and the stadium is over there as well. There's an Eddie Rockets in Portlaoise. Empty pockets. That's where I go sometimes for Eddie Rockets. Toto says, so good I had to bail out. Having the same problem on Sunday's flight. Sim great and all works. Sim is great when it all works correctly. Ah, Toto, sorry to hear that, man. But can they retract on the ground? We hope so. Murph, recommendation for an app to increase your fan speed. Be very, very careful. Your fan speed on your PC. The IQ software works quite well, Gibbo. If it's Corsair stuff, IQ works well. ICUE. ICUE? No, well, no, it is. IQ, it's called. IQ. Well, we're doing alright, kinda. Because if there's Portlaoise, there's the M7 motorway there again, look. And we're over all the bogland. It's really fun flying over bogs in Ireland. Oh, Jesus, I'm after hitting me ankle. Oh, the pain is unbelievable. Jesus. Oh, do you ever just... Oh, Jesus. I'm after cutting it as well. I might bleed out. Jesus. Oh. That's what happens when you wear stupid ankle socks that actually go underneath your ankles. Oh, lads. That was really sharp as well. Oh, just, right. Gibbo and Muse fan are going to hear about that all day tomorrow. Did I tell you I bashed my ankle? I really did, though. Ah. Stupid Murphy in your stupid chair and your stupid legs moving. Anyway, what I wanted to say there before I interrupted myself, flying over bogs, man alive, the thermals do whap you out of it altogether. It's like sitting on a washing machine, you know. If you ever, you know, experienced that before. Can you take me with you instead of Murph? She says, it's fine, it's fine. It's okay, Murph, me and Two Tone Jr. will go on our own. No, no. What kind of bogs? Pete. There's no doubt about it, lads, but you won't find a better day than a day out in the bog. Right? Remember the time you did that VATSIM event and you actually, like, you came out of it bleeding? Bleeding ugly. Who said that? Shut up, who asked you? I mean, stupid ankle. It's sore. And you're stupid everything. Pete and repeat. Dead game time. I love what you did there. And Pete repeat. Right, there is the M7 just there. She's going off that way a little bit. We're all right, though. We're all right. We're all right. We're going to be looking for the wind farm in and around Roscrea. I might bleed out. Muse fan clipped it. Hang on a second. What happened to Murph? He hurt his ankle. Yeah, then what happened? He bled out. Do you remember that? Was it in Hot Shots? I think it was in Hot Shots. Remember when they rescued your man and they plugged him in to give him the blood transfusion into the other fella and they completely drained the other fella? Do you remember that? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Ah, jeez. Don't worry, Muse. I'll tell you all about the time I bashed my ankle. What's your estimate, Murph? 20 minutes? The clip looks like Mrs. Brown's clip. Agnes, I can need you. I met Brendan O'Carroll years ago when he wasn't Mrs. Brown. He used to be, he was a comedian. He started life as a waiter. Did Brendan O'Carroll. He was a waiter. And then he became very funny and he made a few quid and then he bought an airline. That didn't do terribly well. And then he dressed up as a woman and he found success. He found success. Anyone got any good recommendations for earplugs tomorrow? Yes. Yes. We are approaching the places we are meant to be. There's the M7. There's the wind farms of Roscrea. We've got this, lads. Totally got this. You won't need earplugs. Muse, do you know where I'm going to be in the plane? At the very, very back left. Yep. I'm going to set up a toll. You shall not pass! Give us a gin and tonic. You shall pass. Oh, man. Alright. Easy now, Jemima. Easy. Very good. There is the wind farm. It's a farm of wind. I just love the way... What are you doing, plane? I just love the way you have visual reference points in the sim. It's cool. Brandon O'Carroll was brilliant at the stand-up. I could never get into Mrs. Brown, though. Some funny moments, but mostly crap. Yeah. Does anyone else want to switch seats? Mr. Two-Tone, you're going to be absolutely fine. I mean, you're literally going to start laughing as soon as you get on the plane, and you're going to laugh the entire way across the Atlantic Ocean, across most of the United States, until we get to Dallas. Then you'll stop laughing. Then we have to run like the McAllisters out of Home Alone. And then we get on to the next flight, in which you'll immediately start laughing again, all the way until we get to Houston. And then the laughing will stop, because we have to get serious, and I collect the rental car. And then the laughing will start once again. It's going to be so funny. I still haven't figured out how my feet are going to reach the pedals. Right? I mean, the steering wheel is on my side over here, right? How does that work? Do you drive sideways? Muse, did you hear Murph seats are literally in the jacks? How far away is Dingle? From here? About an hour and a half. And then in Houston you'll meet Skep and then all the laughing will stop for 5 days because she will strike you with her ruler. Brilliant. Top Border Collie says, do you need a driver? I'm available. We'll need a driver on Friday night and Saturday night and Sunday night when we're going out, you know, to the bar for a couple of pints. That's when we'll need a designated driver. Muse Van could do with a driver, I'd say, on Wednesday night when we get there. He'd be jaded running back and forth to the pub. Or to the liquor store. Sure, I'm near the back too. I'll have to upgrade to business class. That'll work. Try a bit of the old charm. Do you know what I mean? How are you going? Is there ever a chance I could snake on into the business class? Sure, I own a business. Oh yeah? Yeah, oh god, yeah. I own Google, sure. You know, roundabouts to the right. Yes. Murph, take I'd when buying alcohol, they might think you're under 21. Eamon, go out of that. You're back in the will. This multitasking of listening is quite something. ATC, the stream, and then the lads on Discord. I need a third ear. Listen, you'll be plastered. You won't need business class. I reckon we'll get MuseFan into such a state we're just going to tell him he's in business class. Right? And that's your private bathroom, sir. Right? Ah, sure, this is brilliant. You better be on your best behaviour for the whole flight. Ah, Patrick, how are you? Ah, Viper, come on now. That was too easy. That was too easy. But in fairness, I almost did read it. What's it telling you I'm going on holidays tomorrow? Right? Going to Houston. Where it's 40 degrees, 90% humidity. And when you walk outside, all you hear is this. Holy crap, it's hot. Who said that? That's all you hear. Holy crap, it's hot. Huh? We're about to overfly Moneygall, the birthplace of the ancestors of Barack Obama. Sure, there's no one as Irish as Barack Obama. I should get the guitar out for this. There's no one as Irish, Jesus, as Barack Obama. Hang on now, lads. I can play this in the key of C. Oh, Jesus. And there's no one... Oh, shh. And there's no one... No... Feckin' fingernail! There's... wait now. No, Jesus, that didn't work. No, wait, we can get this one now. Wait for it now. There's no one as Irish as Barack Obama. Because the lad who wrote the song said so. Right, we can write our own music, lads. Do you know what I mean? Put the guitar back. I wonder could I take that with me to Houston? Start busking up by Sam Houston Avenue or something. Do you know what I mean? We'll get out the violin next. Come here, Murph. Do you have any problems checking in? You know, having a girl's name and all. Is that all you got? Is that all you got? Now, you need to be getting on the plane, don't you know? Well, yeah. Alison Johnson is here. Bonsoir. Alison, are you still in France? How are you? He used his middle name. That's right. My middle name is James. Well, it's not just James, it's actually James Alexander. But that's not important, right? My brother has the best name ever. Right? R.J. Murphy. Wait, hang on. R.J. Murphy. What? Oh, wait, so was mine. What? Your middle name is James? What? Yes, in the Transit Hotel. Ooh la la. Is it nice and comfortable? Oh, Jesus, we're about to come in here to Shannon. Oh, me messing, lads. I didn't even tune into Shannon. Hang on.
Attack, you have information, Quebec.
Quebec is active. We're supposed to be concentrating.
This is AIN information, Quebec. At time 1930 Zulu, expect ILS approach runway 24 in use, runway 24 in use. Transition level 65, wind 240 degrees 9 knots, visibility 10 kilometers clouds. Few at cumulonimbus 1,800 feet. Scattered 2,600 feet. Broken 7,000 feet. Temperature 18. 2.14 QNH 1008. Nosig. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Quebec.
Sweet. Okay, over to 118.7 for the tower. 18.7. Tune in there now. There we go. That's the wrong frequency, Murphy. You big Aegis. Right. Now, what were we saying? Hey, Seb is here from Cockspur. And Dr. Sisu is here from the doctor. Good to see us, lads. How are yous?
Kilo Alpha Romeo Lima. Apologies, I'm having trouble finding your reporting point that you gave me. I'm currently about 8 miles southeast of the field.
Kilo Alpha Romeo Lima, roger that. If you track to the northeast, it's about 14 miles to your northeast, that's the VRP. I'll call you before you reach there to bring you in, so if you can just track to your about 2 o'clock at the moment.
Danger. Look at the traffic there. Sweet lamma, Jesus.
Hello, Oscar Del Sierra to Tango. We're just about to rock up for Rotso for the
Look at that, lads.
approach and then a...
How friggin' dangerous is that?
Oscar Hotel Sierra Hotel Tango.
And how didn't Murphy spot the airplane earlier? He was playing his guitar. What?
Continue approach your number 1 to depart. Surface wind 240 degrees, 9 knots.
Team number 1, Oscar Hotel Sierra Tango.
Bit of separation needed here, Murph. Get out of his way completely.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, it's be advised we have a citation longitude just joining the ILS in front of you for a low approach go around. He's 1 mile to your 12 o'clock, indicating altitude 4,000 feet. He'll be no factor.
We're looking for the traffic, Golf India Oscar.
I'm near Clock Jordan. Isn't that the neck of the woods? Seb, you're flying out in 12 hours. Deadly. Matty gave you a heads up, did he?
Thank you.
Welcome.
He's a 414 behind you, so don't worry about it too much.
How about it?
Is this the 172 RG, Murph? It is, Alison. It is. It's nice. Shannon Tower, Echo India Tango Tango Mike.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike. Hell yeah. QNH 1008, active runway 24. Pass your message.
QNH 1008, active runway 24. Echo India Tango Tango Mike is a Cessna 182, squawking 0426. Overhead Clock Jordan 2200. Inbound for full stop.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, clear to enter the zone from the northeast, not above altitude 2,000 feet. Field is approximately 3-4 miles to your 9 o'clock. Track to the field, report in sight.
Cleared to enter the zone, not above altitude 2,000 feet. Clear to track northeast, and will report when airport is in sight for Echo India Tango Tango Mike.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, cleared on track to the field, not track northeast. You'd be up to Galway then.
Oh yeah, cleared on track to the field for Echo India Tango Tango Mike. Where's my guitar? I'm after making a mistake. We'll make a great song about this though. Right? Jesus. Murphy, you blithering idiot.
Tango Charlie Alpha Yankee Bravo, surface wind 240 degrees, 9 knots, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
I need to keep an eye out for traffic.
Tango Charlie Alpha Yankee Bravo.
Cleared on track to the northeast. What?
Golf India Oscar, we've got the field in sight.
Go on, let me
Golf
go
India
on
Oscar, thanks, report finals, runway 24.
Is this the traffic something you would call in actively if ATC didn't make you aware of it? Murph, is this traffic something you would call in actively? What do you mean, Mosh? Well, the fact that I'm flying behind him and he's moving, like we're both flying the same direction, we're, you know what I mean? And I'm flying behind him. There's no way he can see me. I spotted him, so I just
drop your speed a little bit.
I just increased the what do you call it? Separation. It's up to me to increase that separation. Get away from him. You know what I mean? Now, not above 2,000 feet. Murphy, you need to go down here, Sally. Dish, 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 dish. Right, will you descend now, please? Arm that. No, arm that and down. Stupid thing.
Shannon Tower, Lufthansa 2905 and Captain Butters is parked at gate 30. Thanks for the ATC, and I think we timed this pretty good.
Lufthansa 2905, thanks a lot for flying in, buddy. Hang around and watch all the chaos.
What do you mean chaos? I had enough chaos yesterday. Jesus.
Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot on right downwind, runway 24.
I'm absolutely loving all these accents flying over Ireland in VF4. Lad, it's brilliant.
It's a little lane now, left or right?
Right, please.
Right and down, we'll call you on down.
Delta Echo Golf Romeo Fox, thanks. Traffic information, Cessna 414, 5 miles from the field, indicating altitude 1,300 feet.
Ali, you've put a lot of hours into this plane already, haven't you?
For finals, runway 24, report finals.
Now there's VATEir. We could scoot to the right, or we can go left. What we do, lads, what we do.
Final report, final Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
I'm inclined...
Shannon Tower, Zulu Sierra Charlie Echo.
On request, call you back. Kilo Alpha Romeo Lima, slight left turn to your 10 o'clock. I'll call you back shortly.
I'm inclined to go to the right.
Slight turns at 10 o'clock. Kilo Alpha Romeo Lima.
Let's go right.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, good evening. Active runway 24, QNH 1008. Clear to enter the zone from the east, not above altitude 2,500 feet VF4. Track to the northwest for the moment.
Yeah, don't go northeast like I tried to do. Viber says, Murph, I'm planning to fly down from my home airport.
Zulu Sierra Charlie Echo, runway 24.
Aviation is live. Many thank you for the follow. Welcome in.
Northwest, Zulu Sierra Charlie Echo. Is that correct?
I think so. Right, how are we going here now? We're at 1,500 feet. Turn on a bit of lightage. Get those cowl flaps open.
Golf Bravo Zulu India Oscar, surface wind 240 degrees, 9 knots.
Hello from Norway. Hello from Tipperary. Welcome in.
For Golf India Oscar, we'll keep the speed up.
Captain Butters flew all the way in from Dortmund. Congratulations, Captain Butters. I hope you had fun, dude. I hope you had fun. What were you flying in?
Thanks for report your intentions.
Full stop.
Okie doke, continue downwind. I'll get you in number 3 behind a 182. I'll call you shortly.
That's me, lads. Oh, Jesus, it is busy here, look.
Kilo Alpha Romeo Limo, you're cleared finals. Runway 24, report finals.
Jesus. So here's us. Here's Carl. There's Gibbsio. He's a cousin of Gibbo. Speaking of Gibbo, he's up here, look. Ah, come on, Gibbo! Nice, nice. NKR 54. That's Kazaki, isn't it? Good man yourself. You're doing well.
Oscar Hotel Tango, change of plan. Get you in number 3. There's currently a 414 1 mile to your 11 o'clock. After him is a 172, 2 miles to your 12 o'clock. You'll be behind that traffic, cleared finals.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye for the Moscow. Don't think.
Ah, Kanzui, good to see you. It's going really well. They're doing excellent.
That's Echo Golf Romeo Fox. Traffic information is a longitude approximately 1 mile to your 1 o'clock. He'll be going past you on the right behind you, no factor.
He's at your quarter to... that's why I'm not a controller.
That's a very tight downwind, buddy.
He likes it tight. I'd be like, he's at your quarter to 7 position. Huh? Right. But yes, Captain Butter says, Murph, I was flying the Phoenix A320. Nice. Extremely hectic all the way from the East UK due to all controllers and aircrafts online. I was planning the arrival time to interfere with you guys. I saw all the frequencies up. The boy Chance is here. It's good to see you.
240 degrees, 9 knots.
Kanzui, you're very welcome in, dude. I hope you're well. Kanzui met up with Cyrus the other day at Duxford. They commandeered a Spitfire for about half a second, and that was it.
Oscar Hotel Tango, bring back the speed a bit for me, please.
Yeah, we're back pretty much at finals now.
I could have probably rambled in. Empire Kicking is here with the raid. Empire, welcome in. And welcome in, Raiders. Hope you guys are well. You've just missed me bashing me ankle. But I'm alright now. And then I got the guitar out. We're in a Cessna. 182. Hope you had a great stream, man. Great to see you. Happy Tuesday. This is live, right? That we're on.
Shannon Tower, this is Tango Charlie Alpha Yankee Bravo.
On the flight, I had 4 A5 pages of notes.
Myself.
Oh, Captain Butters, could you imagine shared cockpit in a flight like that?
Roger that.
Man.
Charlie Alpha Yankee Bravo.
Mouse with light.
Confirm you full stop or what do you want?
Yeah, full stop.
Roger.
Mosh says, Murph, I'm probably going to be booking it. Read, fall asleep anytime soon. So just let me know that I love being here. I enjoyed the content and probably the Muppetry even more. Wait, what? Love the community, the jokes and all the stuff. Have a great trip at the end at the Land of Freedom. Looking forward to the stories. Have a great one, y'all, and fly safe. Moshpit plays. Thank you very, very much indeed, man. We'll be keeping you up to date with all the goings on. You know, we're going to bring Gibbo to a line dancing party. Musevan is going to do karaoke, and I'm going to wash my car. Right? I mean, that's pretty much the stab of it. Eagle Castellet is here. It's good to see you. Gibbo is an amazing line dancer. I've seen him line dance. Granted, no one else has, and maybe I just dreamt it. Keep an eye out for me, Murph, somewhere on the approach.
I've already landed.
I don't have ADSB, but I'm keeping an eye out for you. Captain Butters, look what he did! He's after pressing the button and the whole thing went berserk.
Thanks. Continue approach your number 2.
Jesus!
I don't know what that agent in front of you is doing. Surface wind 240 degrees, 9 knots. I'll call you back shortly.
He just said agent on VATSIM. Ah, brilliant! This is brilliant. A controller just called someone an agent.
Oscar Hotel Tango, what's the plan?
Brilliant! Captain Butters, you absolute madman. Thank you very, very much indeed, man. I really do appreciate it. Holy moly. I want to call the tower. Reports of an Egypt? What is this, Egypt? Where am I going now? Oh wait, I'm supposed to report the field in sight.
Oscar Hotel Tango, should we dispatch rescue 115?
I was just going to say, get the gobshite out in the helicopter.
Who's gone missing? Now, we need to keep an eye out for someone. Where is he? Romeo Lima. Is that you, James? Is it? Wayland is out. You take care. Wayland Chutani, have a very good evening, man. We'll see you soon. He's on the far side of the Sleeve Blooms here, I reckon. He's over there somewhere. Somewhere out there. Jesus, the weather's getting interesting here, isn't it? Do we see Shannon Airport yet? We do. And Echo India... I'll try that again in English. Echo India Tango Tango Mike has the field in sight.
Use your words, good man. Continue approach, report finals, runway 24.
Continue approach, we'll report final 24 for Echo India Tango Tango Mike.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
I couldn't get the words out in time and I sounded like a muppet. Jesus. Right, we're going okay now, lads. All is in control. Your man's going to be hoarse. Everything's grand. We can see the field. We're at 1,500 feet. We're going to be flying straight in. And he said report on final. Where's that other aeroplane? Oh, no factor now.
Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot on right downwind, runway 24, full stop.
Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot, thank you. You'll be number 2 behind the Cessna 182, 3 miles to your 1 o'clock. Report that traffic in sight.
Speed her up there, Murph.
Traffic in sight, number 2 behind that traffic, Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Delta Romeo Foxtrot, thank you. Behind that traffic, you're cleared right base for finals. Runway 24, report final.
Slow your speed, Murph.
Behind that traffic, cleared right base, report base, Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Yous are doing so well, lads. Like, Jesus, when you think about it. When you think about it, lads. Where everyone started from only a matter of weeks ago. It's incredible. Conor Brother says, Murph, good job with the VATSIM school. Thanks. Really fun to get more people from our community on VATSIM. Been flying on the network since 2012. And it adds so much to the simulators. Dude. Brilliant, isn't it? And I think, I don't know, I could be wrong now, but like, I think kind of...
It's down to 4028, radio check.
I think Gibbo was the most surprised because I think this is a real draw for Gibbo, I think, to go flying. I could be wrong, Gibbo, but like, I was nearly wrong that one time, but I was right. But you know what I mean? This absolutely.
Shannon Tower, NKR54, the PA44, request zone entry and landing full stop.
November Kilo Romeo 54, good evening. Clear to enter the zone from the northeast, not above altitude 2,500 feet. Active runway 24, QNH 1008. Field is a long way to your 12 o'clock. 28 miles. Report to field in sight.
If you listen to Kazaki,
QNH,
he's flying with speakers so you can actually hear the aircraft sound.
NKR 54, Shannon Tower.
Isn't that deadly? That really gives you a sense of immersion. Give us like 1,000%. It changes everything.
Kilo Yankee, we are with you on the GA apron, and information Quebec is on board. Type DA.
Honestly, fair play to all involved, lads. You're more competent than some pilots I've seen in real life. No way! There's our lads. You heard it now.
Four circuits are approved. Engine start is approved. Active runway 24, QNH 1008.
Like, it changes the plan completely. And it's even more fun if you can get a select couple of lads to jump on. And right, lads, we're gonna fly from here to there, and let's do this as part of a group VATSIM flight.
There were some audio for VATSIM issues earlier on. So.
And it's not to say this replaces any of our famous group flights, if we call them that. We get a ton of aircraft flying along. Not at all. This is in addition to those sort of flights. You know what I mean? Come on, we'll jump onto VATSIM. There's going to be a flight going from here to there, and like. Then we can start planning trips, bigger trips. We can say, right, we're going to do a cross country, or we're going to ramble into England and then down to France with VATSIM on VFR. It's a game changer, lads. Game changer. But yes, Eagle Castell is away. You take care.
Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot, right base, runway 24.
I can see lights ahead of me.
Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot, thank you. Cleared finals, runway 24. Continue approach number 2, surface wind 240 degrees, 9 knots.
I'll stay on VATSIM at the gate and then turn on strobes. Nice.
Number 2, Delta Echo Golf Romeo.
Thank you, Captain Butters. Ooh, there's lights all over the place.
Lufthansa 4028, request IFR to Dublin with information Quebec.
Ooh, Lufthansa, IFR to Dublin. Information Quebec. Up the yard.
Lufthansa 4028, good evening. We don't have you on our radar here. Just check your call sign.
Continuing an approach. We're nearly on finals. Quick gawk
Lufthansa
around.
4028, correction, we see you now, sorry. You cleared to Dublin.
There's someone.
Via the Shannon VATEir. Runway 24, initial climb altitude 5,000 feet. Squawk 6607.
Okay, watch your speed, Murph.
Lufthansa 4028, clear to the Dublin via the Shannon VATEir, runway 24, initial climb 5,000, squawk 6607.
Lufthansa 4028, read back correct.
Echo India, Tango Mike, 5 mile final, runway 24, full stop.
Echo Tango Mike, thanks. Continue approach number 2, surface wind 240 degrees, 9 knots.
Continue approach, Echo India, Tango Mike.
Kilo Alpha Romeo Lima, very well, Miss Shannon. Vacate left Alpha.
Vacate left Alpha, thank you very much.
Delta Echo Golf Romeo Fox, confirm touch and go.
Negative, full stop. Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
They might do, Captain Butters. I say they will.
9 knots, runway 24, cleared land.
Runway 24, clear to land. Request long landing.
Long landing is approved.
Long landing approved. Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Bring your speed back here, Murph.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo has airfield inside.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, thanks. Correction, your number 2 for landing. Cleared finals, runway 24, report finals.
Cleared landing, number 2, report on final. Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, negative, you are not cleared to land. Your number 2 for landing.
Roger, number 2.
Finals, runway 24.
Approach. Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo.
Good man.
Remember to touch down late so you can out the runway at Alpha. Oh yeah, good man, good man.
Kilo Alpha Romeo Lima, thanks. Taxi the apron to GA, standard choice.
Taxi to GA parking.
Okay, we'll take a notch of flaps. Landing gear coming down. We're at the outer marker. We're about 3 miles out. 2 miles out. And remember, we're not cleared, lads. We only have a continued approach, so let's see what happens here.
Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot going around.
Delta Echo Golf Romeo Fox, roger.
Echo Tango Mike, 2 mile final, full stop.
Reduce it.
Echo 11 Echo Alpha, readability 5, brake Echo India. I can't talk either, more. Echo India Tango Mike, surface wind 240 degrees, 9 knots, runway 24, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 24, Echo India Tango Mike. Brilliant!
Delta Echo Golf Romeo Fox, turn right downwind for runway 24, report downwind.
Turn right, downwind, 24, runway 24, report downwind. Delta Echo Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
Okay, approach good.
Mark 1 Echo Alpha, request please Dublin, Taipei 15 information Quebec on board.
Oh, the starters are real. Oh, Jesus, the starters are real. Oh, Jesus, look at the starters. Oh, no.
Shamrock 1 Echo Alpha, good evening, clear to Dublin. Oscar 3 Bravo departure, runway 24. Initial climb altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 6625.
I wonder if we get a go around. Plan for the go around. He could be feeling sporty. He might just say...
Clear Dublin, Oscar 3 Bravo departure, runway 24. Initial climb 5,000 feet, squawk 6625. Shamrock 1 Echo Alpha.
Shamrock 1 Echo Alpha, read back correct.
Bouncy, bouncy. Easy now. Oh, she's bouncy. We've live weather turned on. This is interesting. Middle marker. Second notch of flaps.
Lufthansa 4028, request portion start.
Lufthansa 4028, set squawk 6607.
We'll extend our landing here a little bit just to get off the runway quick enough.
Squawk 6607, 4028.
Lufthansa 4028, thanks. Once that's set, push and start approved. Face east, correction, face west, QNH 1008.
So far so good.
Cleared push, face east, southeast. Lufthansa 4028.
Shannon Tower, Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo 1 final.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, roger, thank you. Continue approach, you'll be number 2 behind the 172 downwind. Surface wind 250 degrees, 8 knots.
Easy now.
Roger, continue approach behind the 172. But please note due to cloudy weather, can't see Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, roger.
Gently down.
Echo Golf from Foxtrot on right downwind, runway 24, full stop.
Flaps in.
That's Echo Golf Romeo Fox, thanks. Cleared finals, runway 24, number 1, report final.
Cleared final, runway 24, number 1, report final. Delta Golf from Foxtrot.
Alright.
Shannon Tower, NKR 54 has the airfield in sight.
Brilliant.
Shannon Tower.
November Kilo Romeo 54, thanks. Continue approach to number 3, surface wind 250 degrees, 8 knots.
Are we still hanging in there, lads? We are.
Echo India Tango Tango Mike, welcome to Shannon. Taxi vacate left off.
Vacating left on Alpha, Echo Tango Mike. Echo India Tango Tango Mike vacated runway on Alpha.
Echo Tango Mike, thanks. Taxi Alpha to the apron, GA standard choice.
Taxi Alpha to the apron and GA standard choice for Echo India Tango Tango Mike. Many thanks.
You're not the last one in tonight, you're right in the middle of the pack.
This is great, now I get to watch them. Alright! We'll check out some landings here, lads. Was I the last one in the last time?
Delta Echo Golf Romeo Fox, surface wind 250 degrees, 8 knots, runway 24, clear land.
Runway 24, clear to land.
Captain Butters, I take it that's you in the 320 Lufthansa Star Lines.
Delta Echo Golf Romeo Fox, land line is
I can see it on gate 30. I can't see strobes yet though. Keep them flashing, we see what happens. You are coming up as Lufthansa though. Senegal is definitely the furthest routing, taking ages, still not ages range. Yeah, give it, it's a much longer flight. But yeah, give it a bit of welly. What are you flying, Gibbo? Turned on now. Don't see them, Captain Butters. Beautiful looking plane though. And they've done a good job of delivery, like at least it's showing you as a Lufthansa. Oh Jesus, give you're an 172. Alright. Where are you? You're around, where must you be? Ah, you're not far from Galway, Gibbo. You're half an hour I'd say. Give or take. Take for ages, right? Let's just check on the old gadgetry now. Yeah, I don't see any strobes there, Captain Butters, unfortunately. Wait till you just have a look at Dublin with TSATs. Oh yeah. Well, it's gas, right? I've often jumped onto VATSIM events in observer mode just to look at the aircraft taking off. That's how I practice my drone camera skills.
Delta Golf Foxtrot, vacated runway right of Alpha.
Delta Golf Romeo Foxtrot, Alpha and a half.
You're not supposed to, but you could, Skibbo, if you wanted to. You're not in anyone's airspace, so technically you could.
Instead of choice, Delta Golf Romeo Foxtrot.
I knew you requested a long landing and all, but that was a bit longer.
Yes.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, surface wind 250 degrees, 8 knots, runway 24, dead land.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, roger, clear to land.
I'll keep the beacon light on and just the engine running here.
Shannon Tower, NKR 54 on long final for runway 24.
November Kilo Romeo 54, roger that. You're number 2 behind the 172 on a 2-mile final.
Right, check this out.
Roger, number 2 behind a 172. I do not have the traffic in sight.
No worries.
Lufthansa 4 to 28, request taxi to runway 24.
Lufthansa 4028, Roger, taxi Delta 2, hold short runway 24.
Delta 2, hold short runway
There he
24.
is! Yeah. Right, we'll go down to the ground here and watch these landings, will we? 6 knots, Murph, your flight tomorrow is the 789. Picture in the Bremen bar for tracking. American Airlines 132 inbound, and then it's your flight out.
Engine set is approved. Active runway 24, QNH 1008.
Fair play to 6 knots. I thought it was BA flying this out, but it's not.
Approved. Runway 24, QNH 1008. Call for takeoff. Rescue 6 Mike.
Rock 1 Echo Alpha, request pushing start.
Got some lightage on
Shamrock
up
1
here.
Echo Alpha, set squawk 6625.
Oh, 662, sorry. Shamrock 1 Echo Alpha.
Shamrock 1 Echo Alpha, thanks. Once that's set, push and start approved. Remain south of the apron, push back to stand 39 if you can, QNH 1008.
Right, let's have a look here. It's in the Bremen, you say?
Remain south of apron, stand 39, Shamrock 1 Echo Alpha.
Correction, south of Alpha, not south of the apron.
Oh, behave.
South of Alpha, Shamrock 1 Echo Alpha.
Watch this guy land first. Looking good. Ooh. Hold the flare. Now remember, lads, this is VATSIM traffic, yeah? Touchdown! Nicely done. Nicely done.
Lufthansa 4028, behind the landing PA 44, 4 mile final, line up and wait, runway 24, behind.
Line up and wait, runway 24. Lufthansa 4028.
Jason didn't say that anyway.
4028 is be advised behind the landing traffic, line up and wait, runway 24, behind.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Shannon Tower, Lufthansa 295 and Captain Butters is signing off. Thank you so much, Adam, for this VATSIM event.
Lufthansa 295, thanks again for flying in, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Will do. Have a great night.
Is he supposed to wait until the landing traffic?
Hold position. You are not clear to line up runway 24. You are told to line up behind the landing traffic. That's 3 times I've told you now.
Quick, back it up, mate. Get off the runway. Don't let it worry you. Just back it up. You have to wait. Whoever this poor unfortunate soul is. There's an aircraft inbound, so you have to wait. There you go.
Indy Charlie Echo, welcome to Shannon. Taxi
That's
Alpha
it. Just back it up. You're all right. You're all right. You may not see the other aircraft. That's why you may be saying, it's grand.
Roger, taxi Alpha. It's then a choice.
But you will see another aircraft landing. If you're watching this stream, brilliant, because now we can help you. If you're not watching this stream, you poor devil.
Be advised there is an A330, might be above the threshold if you can get down in front of him. Surface wind 250 degrees, 8 knots, runway 24, clear to land. Be advised, just let me know if you need to go around.
NKR 54 is good to go. We'll go a little long. No worries. Shannon Tower.
Brilliant.
Roger that, thank you.
Echo India Tango Mike has a visual on that A330 behind the whole short now.
Thank you.
Sure, listen, right? We should be charging for this level of... Right?
Rescue 64 Mike, ready for takeoff.
If you're not sure, ask.
Rescue 64 Mike, Roger. Surface wind 250 degrees, 8 knots. Cleared takeoff. Cleared on track to the south. Track to the south. I'll call you right turn shortly for westbound.
That's where we're going in tomorrow, is it?
Clear to take off, track to the south, and you'll call the
Jesus, I just wondered, do I have a window seat at the very back of the plane?
Not above altitude, 3,000 feet.
Not above 3,000 feet.
Wouldn't that be absolutely shite if there's no window seat? Never thought of that, lads. Gibbo, have you a window seat? I mean...
same location, requesting VFR circuit.
I'm in the loo.
24, please, information, come back on board.
That's Echo Golf Romeo Fox, thanks for
Here's a
flying
plane landing, let's look at him.
Charlie November Kilo Kilo Yankee, say again.
I'm Charlie November Kilo Kilo Yankee, apologies, we're still on the GA apron, however we've swapped to a Cessna 172. Still information Quebec, requesting VFR circuits, runway 24.
Charlie November Kilo Kilo Yankee, Roger that, VFR circuits are approved as previous, squawk 7000, call for taxi.
So 7,000 will call for taxi, Charlie November Kilo.
Okay now, dude, in the A330, now is where you can line up and wait. So that aircraft has landed, you can now line up and wait. That was your last instruction. Should be grand.
Rescue 6-4 Mike, you're cleared on track to the west. Report your details complete.
Cleared on track to the west, and we'll report complete. Rescue 6 Mike.
Lufthansa 4028, line up on wait, runway 24.
Line up on wait, runway 24, Lufthansa 4028.
There he goes.
Zulu Sierra in Charlie Echo at General Aviation Parking, request shutdown.
Zulu Sierra India Charlie Echo, you don't need to request shutdown, you can shut down whenever you like. Thanks for flying in, have a good night.
Thanks for the ATC. Bye.
November Kilo Romeo 54, very welcome to Dublin. Correction, Shannon. Taxi Alpha to GA standard choice. Just caution, there's an A320 Aer Lingus pushing back in front of you. He'll be remaining south of Alpha and the apron. You should be able to get around to the left.
Oh, Jesus, he looks fecked. Look at him.
Roger, taxiing Alpha to General Aviation Parking in KR54, down and clear.
Adam Guido is hanging around Murph too much. He just calls Shannon Dublin.
Yankee ready for taxi at GA apron.
What's wrong with this picture here, friends?
Taxi Golf hold short runway 24.
Taxi Golf hold short runway 24, Tango Kilo Yankee, cheers.
This looks perfectly normal for Shannon. Perfectly normal. What's Port El Kazaki thinking? What in the name have I flown into? Look what they're doing here. Brilliant. VATSIM, it's Murph. Or V-Pilot. It's Murph. You need to fix the thing. Basically me yesterday. Oh yeah. Ostrich Air. I love it.
Romeo 54. Looks like the Aer Lingus is taking a different direction than instructed. You can get around them to the right now instead of left.
Oh no, Jesus, he's going to...
KR54, copy to the right.
What's going to happen?
Shannon Tower.
GSS has no bugs. Everyone knows that.
Surface wind 250 degrees, 8 knots, runway 24, clear takeoff.
Brilliant.
Cover target.
Right, here comes the Lufthansa.
Takeoff runway 24, Lufthansa 4028.
Let's be having you, you devil. You're in an A3757. Or the model anyway, right? Complete freedom, right? The poor devil. And he's rolling. Jesus, look at the lean on the front. Taxi the Jesus out. Go on, you devil, you. Up the yard. You can do it. Go on, you devil. Keep it all now, in between the ditches. Don't tell.
November Kilo Yankee, line up on way 24.
He's away, he's away, he's away.
And Charlie Kilo Yankee, we have your clearance, advise ready to copy.
Did you just say line up and wait to someone, no? Smart flies, Aer Lingus. I should stream my tower views when I'm controlling. Ostrich Arrow.
Charlie Kilo Yankee, we have your clearance, advise.
Hey Fred, good to see you, Fred. So the controller is Adam Guido, and we also had James, the AV geek, controlling as well today. Incredible job. These guys operate VATEir, part of VATSIM. It's the Irish part of it. Incredible, incredible job.
After departure, right circuits, max.
The most friendly and easygoing controllers you'll get.
Charlie Kilo Yankee, read back correct surface.
But at the same time, they know their stuff, right? They know their stuff.
Report downwind.
Runway 24, clear for takeoff. Will report turning right. Did you say?
A-firm, right hand.
Patrick says, I man Egypt.
Yeah, we'll report turning right. Charlie Kilo Yankee. Thank you very much.
Shannon Tower, Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar.
Let's go!
Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar, what time do you call this? QNH 1008, active runway 24, pass your message.
QNH 1008, active runway 24 for Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar, Cessna 172, overhead furbo at 2,500 feet, squawking 2620, inbound for a full stop landing. Shannon traffic.
Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar, roger that, clear to enter the zone from the north, not above altitude 2,500 feet. Cleared on track to Ennis, report overhead.
Cleared on track to the field, no higher than 2,500 feet. Report at Ennis for Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar. St. Anna's caller.
One more Echo Alpha, sorry for the pushback there. GSX went a bit mental.
My GSX went a bit mental. I just got Patrick, hang on a second.
Green down 1000 short runway 24, Shamrock 1 with Takeoff.
Shannon Tower, NKR54, thank you for putting up with us. Well done.
Well done, you,
Thank
Kozaki.
you for absolute pleasure. Thanks for flying in, buddy.
Well done, Kozaki. That was awesome.
Shannon Tower, Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot.
Sure, Echo Golf Tango Fox, good evening. Active runway QNH, Jesus, long day. Active runway 24, QNH 1008.
Adam's turned into Murph.
Active runway 24, QNH 1008, Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot. There's a Bonanza A36 just above Inishmore, inbound for a full stop landing.
Sure, Echo Golf Tango Fox, roger. Clear to enter the zone from the northwest, not above altitude, 2,500 feet. Cleared on track to Ennis, report overhead.
The poor Aer Lingus just
Clear
disappeared.
to enter the zone from the northwest,
He got
not
a
above
disconnect.
2,500 feet. And
Jesus.
report over Ennis, Sierra Echo Golf Tango Foxtrot.
After all his hard work, I don't believe it.
Shannon Tower, Oscar Bravo, Romeo Oscar.
Right.
There's all sorts going on here now. Jesus.
That was 2 at once. Charlie Kilo Yankee, thanks for your number 1. Report finals, runway 24.
Report final runway 24, Charlie Kilo Yankee, thank you, sorry.
No worries. Oscar Bravo Romeo Oscar, good evening. Clear to enter the zone from the northwest, not above altitude, 2,500 feet. QNH 1008, active runway 24. Cleared on track to Ennis, report overhead.
Oscar Bravo Romeo Oscar, active runway 24, QNH 1007, Cessna 310. Entering the zone from the north, report over Ennis, not above 2,500 feet.
The old weather now, it's marginal. This is pretty cool watching this coming in. How'd you guess? I'll get in trouble if I start messing.
Charlie Kilo Yankee, downwind.
Charlie Kilo Yankee, thanks. Report finals, runway Z24, your number 1.
Report final 24 on the 1, cheers.
There's a bit of activity in Shannon tonight. Jesus, brilliant. Kozaki, congratulations, man. I'm so chuffed.
Down for 4028, climbing 15,000.
I'm so happy for you. That was absolutely stellar work, Kozaki. You did really, really well, man.
122.8.
Super Duck is on the way into Shannon in an ATR. Yourself. It's the way to do it. I wonder if I jumped on Unicom and hurdle abuse at Gibbo. Would he be appreciative of that? No, probably not. And I say that to him.
6 for Mike, we're mission complete. Request routing back to East Hangars.
Tell him no. Tell him no.
Rescue 64 Mike, thanks. Cleared on track to the field. Remain south of the field. Come around from the 06 threshold. Report the 06 threshold vacated.
Remain south of the airfield and we'll route via the 06 threshold and we'll report the 06 threshold. Rescue 64 Mike.
Monkey Aim, welcome in. Curious where can I find this event? I tried looking, but I couldn't find it there. So I do miss my DJ voice. Kozaki was awesome. So Monkey Aim, it's just a community event that we've arranged with controllers from VATEir. If you're interested, we're going to be doing more of these because, well, I think you guys are enjoying them, right? Captain Arash is here. It's good to see you. So Monkey Aim, if you ramble over to our Discord, keep an eye on things. Now we're all off to VATSIM Expo over the next couple of days, but when we're back, we'll organise more of these because I know people are liking them. And a huge thanks to the guys at VATEir. Adam Guido's here, James is here, Joshua was on, Frederica was on Sunday. It was awesome. It was awesome. So we'll arrange more of these, 100%.
Runway 24, clear for touch and go, runway 24, Charlie Kilo Yankee, thank you.
Now we'll let it calm down for a minute.
Rescue 6 for Mike, we've got traffic inside.
Rescue 6 for Mike, roger, maintain visual set.
Captain Arash, how's it going? Do you have your, what are they called, badges ready? Can't wait, man. I was expecting you to be flying over the Atlantic right now. No, we're taking off tomorrow at 3 p.m. local time. And, I don't think I got a window seat. I'm at the very... Wait now, how do we check that one out? It's on my ticket, actually. It will be window seat. If not, I'll put on my Karen voice. Where's my window seat? I deserve a window seat. I need a window seat. But yeah, What do you call flying crocs? I don't know, but I think we're about to find out, right? What flight number? Got Border Collies. American Airlines. Oh, you'll be able to track this, lads. Let's have a look.
Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar, airfield is approximately 17 miles to your 12 o'clock. Report the field in sight.
We'll report when field's in sight for Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar.
We are on AA0133. AA0133.
And Rescue 6 from Mike, we're just to beam the 06.
Iceman, well done, man. You did a great
Rescue
job.
6 for Mike, thanks. Cleared on track to...
Skev is like, the jacks don't have windows, Murph.
0 degrees, 8 knots.
Look at this mad looking Tivol.
Let down, cleared on track to the field. Rescue 6 from Mike.
What in the name of... Hang on a second. Jesus. You're going to stall it there, Paddy. Jesus, go handy.
Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar, you can expect a straight in for runway 24. For now, turn left to about your 10 o'clock.
Expect straight in for runway 24, and we'll turn left to my 10 o'clock. Golf India Bravo Bravo.
Skep, that's so funny. The jacks don't have windows. Jesus. It's going to be my first trip outside the Atlantic of... No, hang on. It's going to be my first trip outside of Atlantic Canada since the summer of 2019. No way!
Yankees, be advised,
We call them dragons here, the big fire breathers. Wow. I often wondered why the jacks don't have windows. It's not like anyone could look in. The most determined pervert in the world strapped to the wing. Oh, right, think about it now.
Here, Echo Golf Tango Fox, you're cleared on track to the field. Report finals, runway 24.
Cleared on track to the field. Report finals here at Tango Foxtrot.
Do you know what else I'm starting to love? Getting familiar with your voices on ATC. Right? I'm getting familiar with your voice. I'm like, oh, look who it is. It's pretty cool, right? I mean, that is awesome, lads. I tell you, Adam, you've earned your stripes tonight, me poor old bucko. You've been flat to the mat, lad. Flat out. Now, there's a ton of more arrivals in. Look. Dish, dish. Oh, I better review me flight, I suppose. End flight and review it. So, what was me flight? Dish. This is it here, lads. Look. Recenter, please. So, we took off out of Weston, right? And it was a left turn, south of Maynooth, down over the Curragh, and then down this way. It was a nice flight.
Kilo Yankee, downwind 24.
We landed at 52 feet per minute, lads. Look.
Charlie Kilo Yankee, thanks. You're number one. Report finals, runway 24.
It really is, especially when it's one of the Aegis on VATEir. You want to log in and wreck their head. Hurdle abuses them. Now, let's have a look. There's a couple of inbounds. There's Gibbo, look. Go on, Gibbo. You're great crack. Wait, can we track his flight? Oh, we can, look. Look at that, lads. Serious flyage. Right, and who's this then? Another flight from Donegal. Nice. And who's this? Another flight from Donegal. 3 in from Donegal. Brilliant. Jacks don't have windows, so you don't get distracted doing your business. Well, that's very true. King BAE 117. Welcome in. Welcome in.
Rescue 6 for Mike. We're down at the East Tigers.
Rescue 6 for Mike. Thanks for that.
There's a bit of traffic around. Lads, look at the amount of stuff happening over Europe. Look. Oh, the whole thing is lit up. Jesus. I'm loving this. We're getting VFR traffic in Ireland. I'm absolutely loving it. Because there's something that was sorely missing. We were sorely missing having a couple of aircraft flying in. Not all the time, but some of the time. You know what I mean? Jesus, who's that up there? Is that VATSIM or VPilotron? It is. Look at that, lads. Do you see the contrails there? That's VATSIM traffic. And if I look closely who it is...
Oscar Bravo Romeo Oscar, currently at 2,400 feet, overhead Ennis.
That is an aircraft who took off from Charles de Gaulle.
Romeo Oscar.
And he's going to LAX.
On track to the field now.
How cool is that?
2 behind the Beechcraft 36. Report. Correction, now turn left to your maybe 11.
What can we catch him?
I'll call your finals.
He's flying from Charles de Gaulle
Oscar, turn left to 11
all the way over to LAX. Let's see, can we find him? Let's see what happened. Oh, we found him. Look at this. Ah, isn't this deadly? Look. Jesus, Murphy, slow down your camera. There he is, lads, in Air France. Can I just tell the sim to lock him? No? No. It's freaking out.
Charlie Kilo Yankee, final runway 24, Shannon Tower.
How cool is that, lads?
Charlie Kilo Yankee, thanks. Surface wind 250 degrees, 7 knots, runway 24.
You can use the showcase camera to lock onto him. How?
Runway 24, clear touch and go, Charlie Kilo Yankee, thank you.
It's freaking out.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Fox.
Anyway,
traffic
not important.
Cessna 172 now, 1 mile for runway 24. Report that traffic in sight.
Traffic in sight.
Jesus.
Sierra Tango Fox, thanks. Behind that traffic, you're cleared finals, runway 24. Report finals.
Behind traffic, cleared.
VAT Prism is the best software. Oh yeah, you said that before, Captain Butters. Yeah, VAT Prism. I keep forgetting that. The 787-900 rows 38, 39 and 40 are Windows. I'm in 37. What does 37 have?
Traffic information, Beechcraft.
Arch, good to see you, mate.
Miles to your 2 o'clock, report that traffic in sight, indicating altitude 1200.
Can't wait for the IFR course outside of Ireland so I can fly instead of controlling. Oh, dude. We'll be doing IFR stuff soon enough as well, Adam. How long is our layover in Fort Worth? An hour and 20 minutes, Scott.
Oscar Romeo, Oscar Roger, that no problem.
Scott, we're only going to be in Fort Worth for about an hour and 20 minutes, that's all. It ain't long at all, man. It ain't long at all.
Oscar Romeo, Oscar, do you have the field in sight?
We're going to be heading out tomorrow, Arch. We're leaving Dublin at 3 p.m. local. That should get us into Dallas at around 6 p.m. local. And then that'll leave Dallas then at around 7:30 or so.
Oscar Romeo, Oscar.
And then
You
into
have a lovely voice. Very like Celine Dion.
and then into Houston at around 9 o'clock local. So it's all go.
Cleared for right base, runway 24, will report on final, Oscar Bravo Romeo, Oscar.
Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar has the airfield in sight.
Golf Bravo Oscar, thanks. As be advised, there's an ATR to 4 miles to your 3 o'clock. I'll get you in behind that traffic, so continue your present heading for now.
Continue present heading, we'll watch your traffic for Golf Bravo Oscar.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Fox, surface wind 250 degrees, 7 knots, runway 24, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 24, Sierra Tango Foxtrot.
Adam is flat out here. Shannon Tower, Echo Tango Mike with a request.
Go ahead.
You give it a go around there, will you?
How many pints will it cost?
2.5.
Deal.
He's going to be knackered. He's after flying all the way from Donegal. Go around, you devil! Huh? Go on, go around, you be grand. Brilliant.
Shannon Tower, Charlie,
brilliant.
Yankee, Charlie Kilo
Scruffy Tam!
We are
How are you, my dude? Scruffy, I can't wait to be catching up with you on Thursday and or Friday. Well, definitely Friday.
Downwind. Continue downwind for now. I'll call you back shortly.
Straight away, Gibbons like, Murph, you're such. That's a dirty dig.
Downwind, and I expect call back.
Look at that Bonanza, isn't it gorgeous? Bonanza. That's a beautiful landing.
Charlie Yankee, good evening. Continue approach your number 2, surface wind 250.
Oh, look at the state of that for the landing. Jesus, textbook. Textbook. So excited to meet you too, man. It's going to be awesome.
Oscar, left turn on track to the north.
There'll be the odd pint here and there, you know.
To the north, Golf Bravo Oscar.
That was Gibbo. Jesus. Divert him to Dublin. He'd be grand. That was a great landing, wasn't it? Am I flying Aer Lingus? No, we're flying American Airlines. But I'm not sure, do BA fly the routes for them? Pardon me, I don't know. Oh, excuse me.
Sierra Echo Golf Tango Fox, very welcome to Dublin. Vacate left Alpha.
Left on Alpha, Sierra Tango Foxtrot.
Ooh.
Oscar Bravo Romeo, Oscar on final for runway 24.
The ATR is getting
Oscar
close.
Romeo, Oscar, thanks. Surface wind 250 degrees, 7 knots, runway 24, clear to land.
6 knots says
Safe
no.
to land, runway 24.
No, as in
Oscar
BA,
to
don't
Bravo
do it. And it
Oscar.
is American or no.
Charlie Kilo Yankee,
BA, do it.
traffic information.
Do it.
There's an ATR
72.
7 miles to your 10 o'clock. You'll be number 2 behind that traffic. Report when in sight. Correction, 2 o'clock.
There's an ATR 7 miles past 10 o'clock on our left there. I'll report when it's...
I think this is the ATR here.
Thank you.
Charlie Kilo Yankee, apologies. It's off your right, 2 o'clock.
Right, 2 o'clock.
That's supposed to be an ATR, but listen, we'll take it. Yeah.
Sierra Tango Foxtrot has vacated onto Alpha.
Sierra Tango Fox, thanks. Taxi Alpha to the apron, standard choice.
American flag for BA. Gotcha, okay.
Alpha to the apron, Sierra Tango Foxtrot.
Well, that's kind of cool, I suppose, isn't it? So here's this ATR coming in, lads, look.
Shannon Tower, Charlie Kilo Yankee, can we ask what altitude the ATR is at the minute, please?
Indicating 2,100 feet.
And descending rapidly.
Checked, still looking, thank you.
My apologies, I should have told you that.
Don't worry about it.
Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar, cleared left turn now for finals, runway 24, report finals.
Cleared left turn, we'll report on final for Golf Bravo Oscar.
We nearly got... Oh, Jesus, what was that? Oh, it was your man again.
Charlie Kilo Yankee, that traffic is now 3 miles to your 3 o'clock.
Oh yeah. Traffic is in sight, Charlie Kilo Yankee. Do we have permission to turn to base now, runway 24?
Charlie Kilo Yankee, give yourself about a mile or so, and then you are cleared right base for finals, runway 24, report finals.
Just about another mile now, and then you can turn right base runway 24. We'll report finals, Charlie Kilo Yankee.
This is, lads, I'm blown away with this. This is awesome. Can you, on aircraft labels and VATSIM? I don't believe so. I don't believe so. But Iceman, that's kind of the good thing, because it gets you a little bit closer to the real world. Like, you know what I mean? It's you have to trust what the controller is saying. You have to really train your eyes. Microsoft Flight Sim doesn't do a great job with LOD. I mean, I should be able to spot that aircraft from miles away. Now, I could go into my V pilot settings and increase it.
On the GA apron over here, 1 POB, 3 out of endurance, requesting engine start for a VA4 flight to Cork.
Echo India Bravo Charlie Kilo, engine start is approved. VA4 to Cork is approved. Squawk. Oh no, you're going out my zone, so you need a squawk code. 2601.
Start approved for walking 2601, Echo India Bravo Charlie Kilo.
Unfortunately, the 172 departure from Western wasn't visible for me. I only saw its lights. Yeah. You can explain, but not Microsoft Flight Sim. Yeah.
Oscar Romeo Oscar, thanks. Taxi Alpha to the apron, standard choice.
So here comes this ATR.
Oscar Romeo
Let's watch him come in.
250
to the apron, standard choice. Thank you, service.
24 to land there and 6 Yankee.
Mr. Two-Tone, you what? I'm off to bed now. It sucks to be you, Merv. Night. Okay, just I need to pack my bag soon. I mean, a few minutes. Hey, nice landing with the ATR. That was really nice. Okay, we got 2 inbound. It's a very funny looking ATR. Yeah, God bless them. Ah, damn it, Jim is here. How are you, Jim?
Error 6 Charlie Yankee, very welcome to Shannon. Vacate left off.
Just hit left off at Error and 6 Yankee.
Poor El Gibbo had a long flight there. He did. The poor El Divil, God love him.
Golf Bravo Oscar on final runway 24.
Golf Bravo Oscar, thanks. Continue approach number 2, surface wind 250 degrees, 7 knots.
Continue approach, Golf Bravo Oscar.
Be afraid, Gibbo. Be very afraid.
Charlie Kilo Yankee, final runway 24.
Charlie Kilo Yankee, thanks. Report, correction, confirmed. Touch and go.
Full stop, sir.
Charlie Kilo Yankee, roger that. Surface wind 250 degrees, 7 knots, runway 24, clear touch and go.
We asked for a full stop, runway 24.
Sorry, I meant full stop.
Charlie Kilo Yankee.
It's all right. We're at like absolutely melting Adam's head tonight. He's done an amazing job though, hasn't he? Like, Jesus. There's Gibbo. Go on to Gibbo.
Sorry, error and certificate was strong.
Charlie, 6 Charlie Yankee, apologies, standard choice, thanks.
I'm sorry, sir, thanks so much, Aaron.
Go on, Gibbo. You can do it.
Oscar Bravo Romeo Oscar is at the GA parking, signing off.
Oscar Romeo Oscar, thanks for flying in, have a good one.
A 10-gallon or 10-kilo bucket of sunscreen. Yeah, probably going to need it. Ooh.
And Echo India Bravo Charlie Kilo for taxi, please.
Gibbo's high and mighty here, isn't he?
Echo India Bravo Charlie Kilo, taxi Delta 1, Delta 2, Charlie, hold short runway 24.
He's on the poppies. Slightly.
Delta 1, Delta 2, Charlie, hold short 24, Echo India Bravo Charlie Kilo.
Great job, Gibbo. You're on the poppy lights, man. You're doing all right. Hang on, we'll stay with Gibbo here coming in. Slow my camera down, though. Give it a second. There we go. Following in, Gibbo. Adam's gone stupid. It's grand, Adam. It's totally fine, lad. You're doing absolute incredible work. And it's so nice to have a friendly voice on frequency. It's just, it makes it. Thursday VATSIM, Friday VATSIM. Right? You can see it happening, Captain Butters, can't you? Come here, lads. Was I telling you I cut my ankle earlier on? I bashed it off my seat. I nearly bled out. Maybe not, Adam. No.
Thanks for flying in, buddy. Have a good one.
Maybe not, Adam. We'll let him land because his approach is looking so good, and it is late, and I have to go and start packing, lads. Right?
Charlie Kilo Yankee requesting taxi GA provide golf.
Yeah, Patrick, it's sore, like, but thanks for asking. You know, that's it's good to know that you care. You know, it's good to know that you care.
Yankee, thanks. Welcome to Shannon. Taxi right golf. Standard choice. Good luck.
Taxi right onto golf, and then the standard choice. Thanks for the look. I'm probably going to need it. Thank you.
No worries. You're welcome, buddy.
Golf Bravo Oscar on final, runway 24, full stop.
Golf Bravo Oscar, continue approach, number 1, surface wind 250 degrees, 7 knots.
Continue approach, Golf Bravo Oscar.
One man in a world doing things he doesn't know about.
I promise I'm not sending it around, I'm just waiting for traffic to vacate.
Can he do it? Go on, Gibbo, you divil! I reckon you can do it. Oh no, he's gone sideways!
Yankee, thanks. Break. Golf India Bravo Oscar. Surface wind 250 degrees, 7 knots, runway 24. Clear to land. We're all counting on you. Come on.
Go on, Gibbo.
Clear to land. Runway 24. Golf Bravo Oscar. Thanks.
Okay, got landing clearance. Let's go back into this again. In a world with a Gibbo trying to land live on the television with live air traffic control, and Murphy has dodgy cameras, but it's grand. Go on, Gibbo. No pressure at all!
No pressure, you just have 127 people
watching. You have a lovely voice. Very like Celine Dion.
Everyone in the chat, pints of Guinness. Let Gibbo know you're watching them. Quick! Get those pints of Guinness into the chat. Go on, Gibbo! You can do it!
Sorry, say that one more time.
Can you send your stream in the chat, please, and what platform it's on as well? Thank you.
Yeah, will do.
We continue where we left off, with Gibbo trying to make a landing. Will it be soft and squidgy, or will it be bouncy and utter fire and explosions? The chat is lit up with pints of Guinness. This is brilliant. Go on, Gibbo, you divil you. You be grand. You've got this. There's nothing to worry about. Look at this, lads. He's going to butter it. Oh no, where are you going? Come back, will you? Wait. There's the flare. There's the... Oh, it's so beautiful. He's done it. What a landing by Gibbo. He proved us all wrong. It was amazing. Let's listen to the welcome. What a feckin' landing. Didn't he do brilliantly? The big jammy. Ah, that was brilliant. And the crowd goes wild.
Equindy Bravo Charlie Kilo, line up on way 24.
Equindy Bravo Charlie Kilo, we need the men here to do the run up.
Equindy Charlie Kilo, roger that, report ready.
Ah, Gibbo, that was deadly. That was brilliant.
Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar, welcome to Shannon. The crowd goes mild. Taxi Alpha.
They go mild.
Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar. Vacated onto Alpha. Vacated fully now onto Alpha.
Yaki Booze. Oh no, he's gone off. He's had enough. But he will fix it quickly and no one else will see it because he's
That's alright, I didn't want to pay for the lawnmower anyway.
Ah, you saw that, yeah. Okay.
It was.
Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar, request taxi to GA Park.
Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar, thanks. Taxi Alpha to GA. Find the parking space among the chaos. Thanks for your flying in. Good luck.
Alpha to the apron to GA. Thanks so much for the service. Golf India Bravo Bravo Oscar. The legend.
And Equindy Bravo Charlie Kilo, we're ready.
Equindy Bravo.
I was going to jump on and say something, but they'll give it out to me. Ah, Gibbo, that was brilliant. Your landing was fantastic. Wasn't that brilliant, lads, wasn't it? Well done, Gibbo.
Looks like I've T4 on track for the place. Equindy.
Ah, Jesus, that was fantastic. Right, lads, on that bombshell, a huge thanks to Adam Guido, who's here controlling Shannon, and also over to James, the AV geek, who was helping us out earlier on. Absolutely incredible stuff. Lads, what an experience. Sunday and today, the last 2 days, we've seen, I think it's like 14 or 15 brand new pilots completing their very first VATEir flights on VATSIM. What an achievement. I said to Gibbo, it must have been before the course even started, I said to Gibbo, I said, if we get one pilot, just one, if one person manages to complete this flight, it'll be totally worth it. I'm pretty sure we've had 15 now. Incredible stuff. I'm so proud of you, lads. Well done. And it couldn't have been done without all the hard work and the special help we got from Adam Guido and the guys over at VATEir. It couldn't have happened. It couldn't have happened, right? And Gibbo as well. I mean, Gibbo did loads of controlling, as did Epic Fool. And we had that little kind of a sheet thing made up. And it's just been absolutely incredible. Lads, it's been brilliant. I'm so proud of you. You've done very, very well. And, well, welcome to VATSIM. You're in. That's it. Even if you just want to do these flights, be it from Weston, Burr, Waterford or Donegal, heading down to Shannon, using real-world weather for a community VATEir fly-in, this is the way to do it. You now know. You just repeat the flights. And then we're going to start adding more modules to it over the coming weeks and months. We're going to be adding in some IFR elements, and then we're going to be flying over in the USA as well, just to see what the crack will be like. Right, could you imagine the crack then? They won't have a clue what we're saying. Jesus and Aegis, and it'll be brilliant though. So thank you also very, very much indeed. It's been a blast. It really, really has. We're away tomorrow. We're going to Texas, over to Flight Sim Expo. I'll be keeping you up to date on our Discord. No further streams planned that I can see for about 2 weeks, but don't worry, we'll think of something. I'll probably stream when I'm over there anyway. It's me, like, we'll be streaming from the bar, do you know? But do be sure to keep your eyes peeled and check out Expo. Make sure, if you're not able to attend in person, I highly recommend you get one of the online entries, because you get to look at all the webinars, all the announcements, all the interviews, and yeah, keep an eye on Friday on the announcements. There's a lot of stuff going on there. So, lads, thank you so very much indeed to Muse and Gibbo and Old Veteran, our mods here looking after things, lads. Thank you very, very much. To Muse, Fan and Gibbo, I will see you at Dublin Airport tomorrow for the pints. Yes, we'll go for a couple of pints. Adam, if I ever get to meet you at an airport, there'll be pints for you too. Do you know what I mean? And we'll probably see 6 knots as well. It'll be great crack. But right, lads, that's it. Enjoy yourselves. Thanks very, very much. And we'll talk to you over the coming days. See